Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of HMO Hear Me Out, the podcast with your host Juan
and Kevin, and welcome back to this fine Wednesday morning. And today we got
he wasn't going to introduce you for a second.
Guest. What? No, I gotta give my little spiel. You feel me?
Sorry,
Go ahead. Talking. Yeah, but like here we go. Our second guest of the podcast for episode 10. May he come and introduce himself nicely.
It's your boy Opotheboat. That is I.
Do you go by other names? Can you just give yourself every single name that you've had beforehand?
Damn. Shit.
Opotheboat, Opo's Cannon.
No. You see, those are different entities.
Sorry,
You feel me? I got you.
Let me slow down. Go ahead.
So I am Opotheboat, also known as Opoku, Opo, Kweku Poku Boateng. That's my full name. You know, never scared.
Social.
Chill. But yeah, you know, I'm an artist. I'm a visionary. I'm part of Opo's Cannon, which is a production team of artists and stuff like that based in the Essex County area.
Sorry, I'm going to do that the whole time. I'm sorry.
This is how I get manhandled too.
So, right. So
listen, you're a part of the show now.
I understand. That's what I'm saying, yo. That's why I
if you don't want to get beat the fuck up,
hey, who beating who up? You feel me?
Listen, like in the future, it'll be better prepared where our guests won't even have to worry about how close they are to the mic. But for the time being, and for
they gotta get smacked.
Just make sure that the mic is in your right hand, so I don't touch you.
Yeah, bro. Like that's what I was saying. Yeah. Well, am I still talking to the audience or am I talking to y'all yet?
Well,
you're talking to everybody.
Did you give your socials yet? Like,
what? You feel me? I feel like okay. Follow me on the gram at Opotheboat _ Follow Opo's Cannon. Opo's _ Cannon. Yeah.
We kind of saved the plugs for the end. I feel like we're jumping ahead of ourselves right here. Like no one even knows you yet, and you're just over here shining yourself out and shit. Like, give us something to find out.
Why should they follow you?
Okay.
Who is Opotheboat? Who is the man behind the mic? Who is the man behind the camera? Who is
Opoku?
Okay.
The man in the AirPods.
Not the man in the AirPods. All right. So damn. Well, born and raised in Newark, New Jersey. You feel me? I'm Ghanaian.
Shout out Newark.
New Jersey. Gotham.
The bricks. What? Yeah.
You guys didn't know that Newark, New Jersey, Gotham City is based off of Newark, New Jersey?
I know for the Joker movie it is.
No. Like Gotham City is Newark, New Jersey.
Batman had to go anywhere and beat up people. It would be Newark, New Jersey.
Really?
Yes.
Because I always knew that it was supposed to be the tri-state area, essentially.
After I learned that, I've only ever called Newark Gotham now.
Really?
I learned about it like on an episode like a couple weeks ago.
So was the Joker shit? You know, like the Joker thing was
yeah.
That was intentional.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was intentional.
Well, I
feel like,
but they filmed some shit here.
Bro, the Joker movie.
I'm really the Batman of Newark, New Jersey.
Right. All right.
I really feel this way about myself. Like, you know, I'm rich, tall, handsome.
What is he? All right.
You can find.
You can
Batman.
find.
What is this about? What is this about Batman? What is this about me?
Sorry, go ahead.
Thank you.
Every Batman needs a Robin, as they say. Listen, we're not gonna say who's
utility
who.
belt.
We're not gonna say who's who, but go ahead. Let's start from. Are we starting from childhood? That's kind of far back, though.
I can get into it. I can. Yeah, I'll start with. I mean, you know, feel me? Like, I've been doing the art shit. You feel me? That's what I'm saying.
We're gonna
like,
talk about artistry, then we could get like when you got into it, when it started.
But I feel like it starts from childhood.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. So, like, for example, I definitely started doing.
Oh, what's that? No, you're good. Go ahead. Talk.
Word. But I definitely started doing videos and stuff. Hello. I definitely started doing videos and stuff. Basically, like in high school, in 2015, right? But
was that the earliest point where you had interest in like filmmaking or just being an artist?
No, that's what I'm saying. So like, the high school we went to, like, it was science. Like, it was like a STEM.
Oh, don't dox us.
Yo, my fault. You know,
we don't go there no more.
yeah, but it's a STEM ass high school. You feel me? So it's like, because it's STEM ass high school, like, there wasn't necessarily opportunities for the things I wanted to do. But growing up before that, you feel me? I was like just knowing, I'm not about to go to the public schools and shit like that because I was like, I'm a smart kid. But the thing is, like, I was really always good at like writing and creating things. So like even in art classes and shit, I enjoyed it. I was just good at drawing, writing stories. I was always able to like get this like the group of kids just be like, oh my gosh, like, you know, when they were reading stories in front of class, I would like finish my story and like the class would be like, oh my god, that was so beautiful in third grade and shit. I would never forget that. So like
popcorn reading go crazy.
Yeah, I was tweaking. I was like,
do you think that like you were good at it? Like you think you were like the young and talented kids, like those, like the
I literally was gifted and talented.
What's it? Isn't that like a program?
Yeah, but that was for like math.
No, it was both.
Really?
Oh, was it? I don't know.
I was invited to the math one.
I think it might have actually been more math censored, but I was in it, but I got kicked out of school for fighting.
Damn.
So
wait, when was this?
Second grade.
What were you? How? What?
Bro. So
why are you fighting in second grade?
This is good, right?
That is not a good enough reason. I'm sorry.
But like this is literally
wilding, bro.
This is literally gonna also go into the artistry thing as well.
Okay, go ahead.
But it's like I was in a fight every year of my life. From that sounds crazy.
Hey,
I was in a fight in
school. Chris Stevens.
Chill. No, I was in a fight in school from like first, second grade up until freshman year of high school. Consistently.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Freshman year of high school, me and you fought.
What?
And I won.
What? I was like, what? But nah. And it's like, generally speaking, the reason why I was always in fights and stuff like that was because like, I would be in spaces where like I would have my friends getting picked on, and like nobody was doing anything. So I was like, we gotta handle this and stuff. So now, I guess we, that's just kind of like that, and that's like intrinsic to my nature. Like even like in fifth grade, like one thing I remember deep in fifth grade was like there was this kid who was friends of mine, bro, and like, he basically was like it was like calf. It was like recess or something like that. So he's like sitting in the corner of the parking lot and stuff, because like playgrounds be parking lots and shit. So he's like in the corner, and there's just like 30 kids just making mad noise around him and somebody else. I'm like, what's going on?
They're just making noise.
It's like awesome.
Okay.
And I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Interesting.
So I'm like, yo, what's going on, my boy? Like, I thought he's breakdancing or some shit. Like on some, he's the hype doing. But no, homie's over there crying and shit. And I'm like, bro, what's going on? But there's this other kid who's like basically like picking on him, like OD. And I just came to space. I was like, bro, why are you doing this? Because like it just didn't make sense. Like I was like, we got other things to do. We got a basketball court. We can play safety.
Weird right now.
Yeah. So I was like, why are y'all doing this? But the kid, I think he was like a sixth grader at the time, but stayed back or something. People were just scared of him. But like he like I said that, and he came turn around and pushed me, and he pushed me to the ground. And when he did that, I was like, oh. And then whooped his ass. You feel me? Because at that point, it's fair ground.
That's when he knew he wanted to start Opo's canon.
Because
you had that canon right there, baby.
No, I could make a film about this.
Shut up. But nah, so fast forward, right? Back to the writing part. So I go to science, right? And the thing is, in science, just offer I went to they're basically like, oh yeah, niggas can't fight. So I'm like, okay, cool. So that was like in life the first time where I was kind of like, okay, it's not like I'm an angry kid, but there's just things in life that I do want to talk about. You feel me? Like, and I cannot just resort to like, violence, because in society that's just not gonna work. It's just simply not.
But do you think like making the decisions between like violence and art, like where did art come in before that, or were you artistically?
That's what I'm saying. I was always it's why the reason why I say like even visionary and stuff like that in the beginning is because it's more than just art. Right. It's literally more than that. It's more so the fact that I can see things, and because I can see things in terms of like what things can be or what things are possible, I want to express it some way, shape, or form. And it's so that can be expressed through painting, literature. It can be expressed through whatever. It's actually, bro, I love math because of the fact that math is like the other side of things. Like if you want to bring it to life, how? And so those are both important facets to getting things done. You feel me? So then the other side is, okay, I see in my world, like, there's things I want to change. You feel me? And unfortunately, like, and it's not like I was a violent kid, but I was put in predicaments a lot where, like, people just assumed I wasn't going to do shit.
Okay. Why was that, though?
Bro, because I was a kid, and because, like, I'm a boy and a little black boy, so they're just like, oh, we can just... You're just expected to kind of fall into the cycle of things. Right. So like, for example, it wasn't necessarily unexpected that I would get into fights and stuff per se, but what was unexpected was I was always an honor student. So because of that, whenever I would get into situations, and this is kind of something I knew too. When I would get in situations, I would always play them in ways where I was like, I'm not gonna be the one to start or really cause a problem, but I have no problem defending myself because I know that the people who are in this, like, controlling the space look at me as if I'm not the problem.
Right.
But the thing is, being aware of that as a kid, you then start to see the back end of the problems of that, because now you're befriending people. Like, at a certain point, people are like, okay, we're not gonna stop. We're gonna be messing with you because you know how to fight, da da da. But they start being your friend, and that's something I experienced a lot. Like it got to a point where I had friends who basically, like, they were cool with me, but at the same time I would see them be assholes to other people, and I was like, yo, you gotta chill with that. You feel me? And then I would also be friends with people who I'm like, yo, you're a bad kid, but you're not dumb. And then I'm getting talked to you more. I'm like, oh, you're just going through some shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? So now going to high school, right? Basically that shit changed. Like, basically no more fighting, da da da, whatever. I'm in the STEM world, and it's like I'm not bad at it, but I'm genuinely like, there's more to life than wanting to become an engineer, wanting to go to Harvard, wanting to, bro.
Come on, bro.
That shit.
I was stuck in that hole for like all of high school, and I broke out like first semester of college. I was like, damn, that shit really
Come on, guys.
kind of
I'm an
ass.
engineer, guys.
No,
Come on,
bye,
guys.
bye,
I'm an
bye,
engineer,
bye.
guys.
Yes, sir. That mic set up tough. Like, but yeah, no,
I'm trying
like,
my best.
bro, do you
Matt
remember?
did make this mic.
I be telling, look, that I remember in the calf when we was talking senior year. You was bro, I was telling you what was about, like, I think you were starting to show me the animation stuff or the drawing and stuff, and I was telling you, I was like, bro, like, I understand why you want to go to those, like it was MIT and the other school, but I was like, yo, those spaces are not for you because you like people like me, like Chris, you feel me? Like, that's who you hung out around, and that's my thing. I just knew that, like, that school also felt like a space like that. Like, it was like you're just generating people to be like that, and so it wasn't until I read this book, Outliers.
Outliers is a fire book.
I never read it. What's it about?
You said what?
Wait, did I read
It's a
it?
fire book.
Mhm.
I recommend
Did I read that book? Did I have to?
It was.
If you were a
for-
good student, you did.
Yeah, it was for
I feel the page, yeah.
it was for
English.
yeah, it's for English.
Yes.
It was for English, and basically, like, I pushed the book off crazy until like the last weekend. But the book was basically about
I think we both did. And we were
Yeah.
like, yo, this shit was kind of fire.
yeah, it was kind of fire, bro. We pushed into like the last weekend and like grinded it out.
Nah, it was a cool ass message. Like,
Mhm.
basically, like at the end, it's like you don't have to be the best. You just have to be good enough to like make it through.
It's essentially it's like it's basically talking about like different people who've been successful and explaining how, like, success comes in two facets: luck and skill, essentially. And the thing about luck is like something that's everywhere. It's like a type of particle. Like, imagine you're seeing hydrogen. It's everywhere. But if you know how to see it, you can go to it.
Okay.
And so, like, they talk about, like, people like I think, was it Bill Gates? Yeah, I think it might have been Bill Gates as a child, right? And he was in a neighborhood where at the time they had like these old things, like their libraries, and it was like kind of like a coding thing, but old fashioned coding. So, like, and it was like, to like, people had access to it to use. Him and some other kid were the only two people who were really using it in the whole neighborhood.
Mhm.
But you see how Bill Gates then learned how to be Bill Gates. And there's mad. It's like, it's literally not just that one facet. But it's
been years since we
yeah.
read it, but like,
yeah, it's literally not just that one facet, but it's explaining the fact that, like, so for example, right?
Oh, it's not like a fiction story. It's
No,
like
it's not.
No.
It's they're
yeah.
using different accounts and, like,
You're like,
yeah,
oh my God, here they go hyping up the rich
Yeah,
people.
I
I'm
just
not-
literally was sitting there like, oh my god, here we go, another shilling for rich men. I hate him.
yeah,
No, it wasn't
look-
about that. It was like random stuff too.
Yeah.
It was like some guy became like it was some guy or some girl like became like the best lawyer in a section just because they got the worst of the cases. But then as time went on, that sort of like those sort of cases became like the most popular, whatever. So like, she instantly she instantly blew up. Yeah,
Right, because you were fortunate to see that kind of pocket. And so that's what I was saying, like, with certain things, right? It's like you have to, and that's the other thing to do. It's not all, it's luck, but the other side is like skill, like knowing what you're good at and tapping into it. And so after I read that book, right, I literally was like, okay, damn. So because like you said, I wasn't trying to even mind like, no, oh my God, rich men are up, no. But I recognized, I was like, damn, but I'm definitely a poor kid and I'm not trying to be in this position no more. But I also know, because of this, the fact that I want to do more than making machines for the same systems that's fucking me up. You feel me? No, I want to actually work to change this community and change the people who I know. How do they communicate? Most of them are art. Most of them communicate through art. Black people communicate a lot through art. And so I'm like, okay, so that's how it's going to be most receptive, but what am I really good at? Yo, I write really well. Like, I'm good at math, but I'm better at history, sociology, and writing. Like, those are where I'm really good at. And so then I'm like, well, damn, it's 2015, 2016. How am I supposed to get writing and make bread with that? Because it's a fire book, but I promise you I'm not about to be writing books and really doing what I want to do. The only people who are going to, bro, that's something I even think about a lot too. Like when I talk about like the vague term shit too, like I don't want to put that stuff. Oh, we'll talk about that later. But like, like that's something that I don't want to just put into a book. Why? Because even if you are to write that kind of information into books, bro, the people who are gonna have access to it first are the literate and the highly educated, not those who are not. And so you have to find ways to communicate to those people in other ways, because communication not just written. So that's when also Netflix was popping up too. So I was like, oh, you know what? I might as well start going into film, because that just seems like a nice avenue. From that realm, I don't know. You know, I didn't. For example, NFTs and shit are a thing now. I didn't know it was gonna be a thing, but because I made that decision to be working film, and I got with my friends, we started making skits and shit. Skits and homie, the guy.
Yo,
you feel me?
Oh my god! I remember we did a whole day of filming, and that shit got scrapped. And I
Which one was that?
I don't remember, but like all I know is I remember I fell on a bee, bro. Remember that luck?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Wait, what was the skit?
I don't even know, but I remember I was pissed off because I had an allergic reaction because I'm fucking allergic to bees. It was so unfortunate.
And Chris was there too.
Yeah, so like it was basically like me, and I forgot who. I think it was like
Chris was. I think.
Chris was like the main villain or something.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
But
like,
this was just like a skit, like a
it was just like
skit?
a random skit. Like
so so like in order to like kind of practice the thing, because like I was, you know, I was with the idea, but I didn't have access to cameras and stuff.
Right.
So I basically was like, okay, let me try to save up to buy a camera, and then from there, working with like my friends, we would just make a bunch of random skits. So there's mad different plots. Like there's one where like we're basically having like an anime fight where someone's getting robbed, and then there's like a whole anime fighting to get it back. One with magician, with the ugly. It's just whatever. Like if I had something that was going on in my life, or something that was like, oh, I could twist and turn this, I'd make it into a skit.
It's kind of funny because, like, if you think about, like, the small places where you've shown, like, artistic skill throughout life, I remember the first time I ever decided that I wanted to make music was for my health class. We were doing, like, a video about first aid. And at the end of the first aid video, I made a remix to Mask Off by Future. And I made it about first aid. And, like, I didn't tell my group members about it. Like, I was just, like, I was the one editing the video. So at the end of it, I recorded a whole song on, not even on GarageBand. I recorded it on iMovie. And I just put an instrumental, and I recorded just with my, like, the laptop microphone, like, first aid, fuck it, first aid, hey, first aid.
Oh, I definitely did have a health class project with that, too. Well, not that one, but, like, I remember there was one I did with one of my friends too. Like, basically we were like, it was some shit where I think the dude was trying to break into the house, and then he got tased by some person, like some crazy person who was just like on some horror movie shit, like, and then knocked the guy out. So then like he had to explain to him how to do CPR and shit like that to help the agent or something like that. It was.
I don't even.
Yeah, but
I ain't do it.
Yeah,
that was a good project though. But that was one of those first times that even I myself, as like someone who like likes to do art and shit like that, where I took it upon myself to do something like in the artistic realm. Because even before that, you know, I play a lot of instruments. Like grew up playing a lot of instruments and stuff like that. But I never really did things for me. A lot of times, like I learned how to play instruments for my family. I learned how to like, you know, draw for my family because like my mom used to like do these big paintings, and I used to help her. And then I learned the instruments because my parents were like, you're not just going to come home from school and do nothing. You're going to go and learn a fucking instrument. And then I learned 3 instruments. And then you go and do all these things for everybody else. But the first time I ever did something for myself, I was like, like probably 16. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to make a remix to Mask Off for my podcast.
Mine goes deep, but it got shut down. That's my issue. That's why it was so hard to get back into it. I think I told you this like before. Like when I was younger, I used to do crazy amount of like just drawing and like, cause like at the time it was like the hype shit was Dragon Ball Z and like Naruto and like even like Mortal Kombat, like I think it's 9 came out. Yo, I was all over. I was like, yo, I didn't even Scorpion and stuff.
That's when you were showing me the stuff. And that's what I was saying.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I did this like years ago, but like it was literally just like parents and people just like, no, this is like what, like whack, don't do it. But like that shit was kind of nice for like a 10-year-old or whatever.
Yeah,
so much shit used to go down in that cap. Hear me out. School lunches in public schools, they're kind of fire. Like, I'm going to be the first one to say it.
Lunch period was the best time of the day.
But the school lunch, that shit kind of hit sometimes.
What? I I thought he was gonna talk about like, oh, the vibe was great.
Yeah.
I was my boys.
Nah, there's no way you think milk with pizza and broccoli.
Bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You must
like-
have been hungry.
You guys never like okay, maybe not lunches, but like the public school breakfast. Public school breakfast used to.
I never
hit.
made it on time. We had practice.
No, I never made it on time in high school, but in like middle school and like elementary school and shit,
Yo, they used to have this like, I think it's an Uncrustable, the cheese
Oh
one.
my
Oh,
my
that used to go
God.
dumb.
Do you know what was
That
my
and the-
favorite? The bagel that was like a stick bagel and it had the cream cheese inside. Like it was like a
Okay,
stick.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Those are
Oh
wasn't.
my
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
God, you
I was
guys
I
didn't
was
fuck
I
with
was the
that shit?
Uncrustables. Yo, when they sent me to go get the, you know when they
Oh
sent
my
you,
God, they
I'd
used to-
take two. You feel
They
me?
used to be like, I need 3 strong boys, and Kevin used to be like,
Let me in there.
please,
Yeah.
please, I'm down.
I
Yeah.
used to be robbing them.
But I remember, I feel like in the cafeteria is where men are made.
Bro, you ever play safety?
Yes.
Yeah, we were
Yo.
talking about this on the previous one.
Really?
Yeah, that
Okay,
was
so I'm glad.
wild,
Yo,
bro.
safety is that's a game where I really learned that I was fast as fuck. I'm not
We,
gonna lie.
we called it kill in my middle
Nah.
school.
Yeah, I
that's
did
not-
hear people call it kill somewhere else.
Yeah, because you used to peg the ball at somebody's head.
Bro.
Not at the head. You weren't like.
No, yeah, it was wherever. Yo,
Headshot don't count.
Yeah, headshot count. Like
Hospital
I've
count.
literally, I've had moments where like, especially like, cause we would play, but like, there's still like other students who are not playing
Yeah.
the game. You feel me?
Yeah.
So like,
Got
I would-
him.
yeah, I would be
Wow.
like running, weaving. Sometimes you gotta grab someone, and like keep it pushing, or like you hit the wall, then boop, right next to your ear. That would be so scary, bro. I'd be like,
Dude, my favorite is when you're a
Horrible
little
vibes.
kid and you're playing hide and seek and they find you. You're like, I wasn't even playing. I wasn't even playing.
Not one of
bro.
those, bro.
I wasn't even playing. I was one of those, bro.
But
Those sorry, go ahead.
no, you good, bro. It's just I had a long day. You feel me? So I'm definitely. What was I about to say?
I don't know. Well,
'Cause-
let me listen. Since while you catch your train of thought, let me take over right quick.
Go ahead.
And say, those playgrounds, like when you're a little kid, are literally either hell or heaven. Like I broke my nose in that middle school playground. My cousin, oh my god, I have a funny. My cousin listens to this. He probably doesn't, but I remember one time he was like a playground officer. So in
Mhm.
my middle school, you had playground officers, which were like kids that were like a grade or two older, and they used to like patrol you during recess so that you wouldn't like kill yourself or whatever.
Mhm.
You know. Sorry, that's gonna be really bad for YouTube.
No,
but-
yeah.
and then I remember my cousin liked this one girl, and I told my cousin, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna tell this girl you like her. Mind you, my cousin's old, he's my playground officer. So he's like, no, you're not. And I was like, bro, I'm gonna go tell her. He's like, go sit on the wall. And I was like, what? He was like, go sit on the wall. You have to go sit on the wall right now.
Top 10 betrayal.
So I sat on the wall and cried, bro. I was like, I
Really?
can't believe I'm in trouble for
I was
this.
just joking, bro.
Oh, man.
It was
Some
Oh,
people
a
are just
prank.
like, oh my god, that abuse of power. You guys ever have like mean ass security guards, like for no reason?
Yes.
Yeah, bro, they broke my
yes.
phone.
How'd
they
Oh
break
my
your
God.
phone?
You know which security guard I'm talking
Which
about.
In
one?
high
The gray
school?
hair?
In high school?
It's gotta be a
Yeah,
hear me out. Be
Red
like,
hair?
hear me
Yeah,
out.
that's
I'm about
exactly
to
what
High
I
dodge
school
her.
security guards.
Bro. No
She was
cap.
terrible. She literally broke my phone because she was like, "What the hell's in this bag?" Like for those that don't know, because this isn't very common in a lot of places.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Yeah.
Which
As you
is
grow
wild,
older,
by
you
the way.
realize that
Yeah.
it's
Like, we had security guards and metal detectors when we were entering like our school. So there would be like in the morning, like security guards would like check your bag and stuff. If you had a water bottle, they would throw it out. They make you drink it or whatever.
Yeah.
But like they make you put your phone and stuff in there too. But basically, like, bro, she was a bitch. Like that's
She-
the best
yeah,
way to put it. She
yeah,
was
For lack
literally
of
just a
better
bitch.
terms.
She didn't want to be there. She couldn't get out. Like, but that was a 14-year-old's problem. You feel me?
Yeah,
Like,
she definitely did that OD. Like,
yeah.
and it would be annoying too, cause I'm like, yo, they would dead be policing kids. Like, I remember one time I was like helping out an event or something like that. I was like helping in some type of after school event, whatever. And they were just like, I remember I was moving around. The lady was like the same one. She was like, "Oh no, you can't be here. You can't be here. This food's not for you." Da, da, da. I'm like, first of all, girl, I'm on the debate team, so I go here. Like, this is not for you. But like, she just was on that, or like just always trying to instigate and stuff like that. Yeah, like,
It
yeah.
was for like if you caught her on a good day, it was fine. But like it was once every year.
But I feel like that, like, it's security guards everywhere in like public schools that they just get off on like yelling at little kids. We used to have this one security guard in my middle school who, like, she used to just fucking be mean as shit for no reason.
Mhm.
She put me on a wall, and I used to like not like getting in trouble, and every time I would get in trouble, like my stomach would get gassy,
Uh-huh.
and like I would need to shit.
I forgot
Okay,
about that.
like this is real shit. Like real shit.
Uh-huh.
Like I would get in trouble and I get like queasy or whatever because I'm like, oh my god, I hate being in trouble because I was a little goody two shoes, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, whatever.
Gold
But
star.
then, so during lunch, I don't know if I told this on the podcast. Did I ever tell this on the podcast?
I don't think so.
All right, during lunch, there was like 2 lines to get in, which is like lunch from home or, you know, like public school lunch.
Mm-hmm.
So what kids used to do is like they would sneak on the lunch from home line and then jump into the public school line, okay? Because we were all waiting outside, but the public school lunch line was like very long, okay? But if you had your own lunch, if you brought lunch from home, you got to eat first because like you would just cut everybody. You don't have to like wait in line to get the food. So what kids used to do that I never did because I hate getting in trouble, but I did one time and I got caught where they would like sneak. They would like, I'd be like, yo, bro, you got like a granola bar in your bag?
Mm-hmm.
They'd be like, yeah. I'd grab the granola bar, be like, oh yeah, this is my lunch today. And you'd go into the building because we'd be like waiting outside, and you'd jump into the public school lunch line.
Mm-hmm.
This security guard caught me and started like yelling at me like, where the fuck do you think you're going? You think you just cut the whole line? Here, grab, come. She grabbed me like
Mm-hmm.
the way I grabbed you with that microphone. She grabbed me like that. And she put me on the wall, right? On the wall inside. She was like, now you're reading last. And I'm like, but I just like, it's not that serious. And she made me last.
Bro, it's a power trip. Like when I tell you, you ever like, especially there's some people who I just like look at and I'm like, you like, especially like in situations like where I'm like, your job doesn't matter. I'm very like that with people sometimes where I'm like, yo, like for example, the bus. There's a couple times where I've gotten on the bus and like the bus driver would be like, yo, pay. And I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, this does not affect you. And I mean, it's not because I'm not trying. But bro, like niggas broke, you broke, we all you not bro, just do your job. Yeah. And it's like even with stuff like security and whatnot, it's like I understand if you're trying to keep the order, that's one thing. If you're trying to put discipline or whatever, sure, okay, you can be a little, hey, don't do that, or penalty or whatever the fuck. But why are you cursing at kids? Why are you breaking kids' phones? You feel
like
why
what
are
happened
you...
is
oh, my fault. I didn't.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Like, you know how like you had to have like every zipper in your bag open, or they did.
Yeah.
It was another issue. Like, why isn't this open? Like, bro, just whoop. Like it's that simple.
Mm-hmm.
But like they just start like tweaking. But I think that day I forgot to like open like a tiny ass zipper. Like, what's in here?
Mm-hmm.
Check it. Feel me?
right.
But then she like as soon as she finished, she like threw my shit across like the table.
Yeah.
And my shit went flying.
So when she threw it, that's what broke it.
Yeah, like it went flying out of my bag,
man.
and like it broke.
That's a lawsuit. I know.
What did she say to you?
Nothing. She was just like, pick it up. And I was like,
She
what?
told you to
And
pick
so,
it
yeah,
up.
I was
and
like,
so
as a freshman in high school, bro, like,
I
what
would
are you gonna
cry,
do?
bro.
Literally. I
cry.
was just like, damn.
And
I
so-
didn't even know it was broken. Cause like it had a case, so
Mhm.
once I took the case out, the back was completely shattered, and I was like, "Oh, there's no
Oh
fucking
my!
way."
Was it an iPhone? Oh no, you were an
No,
Android boy.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't even an Android, bro. It was like it was
Yeah.
it was push a phone.
that. I felt that.
and this is when I get upset with things because it's like, so what would have happened if he tweaked?
He would have gotten.
That
in
is my
trouble.
fault. Yeah.
Right, and that's what I like shit like that. I'm just like there be ways to do things. And this is kind of goes like, I guess there'd be ways to do things, and if you just do it in the right way, you can get away with it.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like for example, you could have tweaked, but it's like you have to tweak in the right way in front of the right people to really, and then especially if you show your case, because you know it's one thing if she's like, oh, she goes to report the story to somebody else, right? But if you make a scene, now the principal's involved. What's happened? She threw my phone and broke it. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Like, it's clearly broken. It's clearly, bro. Like, I've had situations like that,
Bro.
Yeah, I've had situations like that where it was. I mean, I don't know how like what's allowed to be said on this podcast or not.
You can say whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want us to cut anything out.
No word. I've had situations like basically like my sister had called the cops on me.
Okay.
Yeah, like my sister called the cops on me and stuff like that. But it was because what happened was I basically was like, oh, I was dropping out of college because during COVID and shit, I was basically on like very deep like mental but also spiritual things. And I was kind of like, and I was on the way to figuring out the vague term stuff. Anyways, so when that happened, I told her I was like, oh, I don't feel comfortable like I don't want to finish school because also. They basically were playing my scholarship and they were trying to tell me to pay for money when I was like, I have no one to co-sign a loan. I'm just not going to do that because I'm doing everything self-taught anyways.
Yeah.
Basically, my sister was on her like, oh, you're just a disappointment to the family. You're making excuses. Oh, I was in a hospital for 2 years for anxiety. When it's like, girl, you're talking about what's going on with you. When I'm trying to tell you I'm going through something and I'm asking for advice as to how to talk to my mom about it, you're just not hearing me.
And also, like, she's a victim. Like, you are a victim.
Exactly, bro. The same, and this is what I'm talking about. The same way. Bro, the security guards, you're a victim. Yeah. Why are you mad at me? But people like that oftentimes don't see it that way because their egos and shit. And so it's like, fast forward, we were beefing, right? Then my mom kind of was like on some surprise. She was like, oh, let's go have a Thanksgiving at your sister's house. Cool. We were both in DC because she was trying to like, man, shit. So we basically pull up and like, basically, long story short, I was talking to everybody else calm, but we're clearly beefing, so we're just not talking that much. And then she decides to be like, since no one's talking about the conversation, let's start the conversation with the tell me type shit. And I'm like, okay. So she's like, so how you feeling? I'm like, I'm kind of nervous because, I just told my family I'm dropping out, But I'm just like, I'm kind of cool. I'm doing all right. And then her first reaction was like, yo, you're going to stop that fucking tough guy act, well, you're not going to do that in my house and shit like that. Bro, it was like that. And so she's kind of going in like how, oh, this is my house, which, mind you, that's whatever. So, so she's going in on that, right? And then at this time, also, I was going through a lot, like, right. Because I will also say that the same time where I started my artistry stuff was really when my depression was starting to, like, develop. I started being depressed, like, maybe 5th grade because my dad was leaving and stuff like that, and there was a lot of things going on at home. So, especially with my artistry, in high school, one thing I started recognizing was basically, like, yo, I tend to, in situations and stuff like that, especially, like, when it comes to, like, people or whatever, I tend to have like a perspective that other people aren't necessarily seeing. And it's not that my perspective be like, oh, it's just that it'd be very factual. It'd be like, okay, this led to this, A equals B, so then thus you should do this. Type shit. And oftentimes people don't get it. Or it can seem like I'm kind of almost removing emotion from it. But it was a big turmoil thing I was going through as a kid because I was like, I got to a point where I was like, how do I give advice without sounding like I'm trying to be a know-it-all or sound like I'm pious or sound like, or even like I'm trying to argue. That was the thing too. Do you remember that? In high school, people used to be like, oh, you just like to argue. And I'm like, no, I don't like to argue.
Oh, people used to get on me about that shit too. Because like the way I talk about certain things, it's like I'm really blunt sometimes. And like while I talk with like a lot of like emotion, like I'm a very like emotional person when I speak. Like there are a lot of times where I'll talk and it'll be like, oh, why are you being combative? And I'm like, I promise you I'm not. Even like my own family, like like we'll be talking about something and I'll just respond like, that's not how it is. And it'll be like, so why are you being so combative? Why are you so arrogant?
Why are you so disrespectful?
Like, oh my God, my father, sorry, I'll let you finish the story. But like my father, we go into like, to Bob's Furniture to pick up this couch that we are sitting on, right? And he's like, oh, I'm gonna park on the side. Like I'm gonna park in the back because they're gonna bring it out to the back. And I'm like, yeah, Dad, but like we gotta go to the front to let them know that I'm here. And he's like, no, I'm gonna park in the back. And I'm like, okay. That's what I said. I was like, okay. We go inside. They're like, oh, this is for like, they say my mom's name, like, oh, like none of you have her name, like what's going on? He was like, no, they put me to pick it up. And the lady was like, no. So I show my ID, and me and my mom, I have both my parents' last names, so they're like, oh, you have the same last name, you could take the couch. And I was like, all right, perfect, no problem. My dad the whole time was like, see, I told you, they told me I could pick it up. And I was like, that's not what happened here.
Right.
That's not what happened here.
You are twisting the story,
bro. I'm telling you, like, we're gonna circle back to what vague terms is and shit, but like I'm telling you what it is people start seeing their own shit, and then like because they can't realize that their ego or their pride or whatever the fuck you call it is in the way, it literally distorts the way people will not see things but remember it. Like,
but do you think like I feel like we're all like susceptible to it though.
Of
even
course.
Like being aware of it, it's really hard for me to sometimes like step away from being emotional and being so like blunt, because like sometimes I do talk to people and I'm like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Like maybe like I let my ego, my own perception of how things are cloud the way. Because I even had like a conversation with like a family friend, right, where her brother wanted to move out. And I was telling her brother, like, listen, I think you should move out. Like I really think like in a Hispanic household at least, you don't get respect from your parents until you either move out or have a kid. And his sister was rightfully like, oh, Juan, don't say that type of thing. And I'm like, and then like being removed from it like a couple like hours later when like everyone was gone from my house, I was like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that, because that's not my place to speak on it. And I was speaking from like my own perspective and seeing it how I see things.
So what I'll say to that is like, it's not that, that's a different conversation, because there's one thing where like, for example, your dad was not okay. Like, this is perfect, right? Your dad recounts the story as, okay, see, I was able to get the thing, right?
Yeah.
But one could call that delusional. Right? One could call that delusional.
Yeah.
But you then recognize, and this is where like the levels of awareness, stuff like that. When you're on that point of like when you're on generally the, let's say in two places, there's gonna be one who's more aware than the other in the situation, right? Just because it's two perspectives. When you recognize that, it's your responsibility to try to communicate your message in a way where they are receptive to it. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. It's not necessarily like, oh, your ego got in the way, because it wasn't ego, it was fact. But it's the more so the way that, like, the way you said it could be egotistical, or the way you said it could be, i.e., disrespectful. You feel me? And that's where it adapts. So, okay, so going back to the story with my sister, right? Like, she basically was on her, like, she kind of like laid a bunch of ground rules at that point. She's like, yeah, you're not about to talk to me, like, you're going to top this conversation, drop that cool guy act. And I'm like, mind you, I'm depressed. And so I was telling her, after she said all that, right? And mind you, I have a family of 7. There was 6 of us in that household at the time. Well, 5. No, yeah, my brother wasn't there. So 5 of us in the household at the time. After she kind of goes in on me about that, right? I was basically on my, okay, well, since we're doing that, I'm going to lay my ground rules. First, you're not about to just talk to me any which way just because you think you can because you're my older sister. She kind of immediately cuts me off. And she's like, no, you're not about to fucking tell me what to do in my house. Da, 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 da. And at that point, but this is what I was talking about, the tweaking thing, right? Mm-hmm. At that point, and I'm telling you, this part of the shit was like, I'm not going to say, like, it's like I'm aware of, like, the back and forth. Like, kind of like, once you do this, I am liable to do this. Kind of like the same way I was talking about the kid. Once you push me, so we can fight. Because you pushed me on the ground. So when she started doing that, I was like, I smell I was basically trying to like cut her off and be like, yo, you're yelling. Like, you're yelling, and on top of that, I didn't even finish my statement. So, and you just did the same thing, so you're going to let me finish. Now we're having a yelling match, right? As we're having this yelling match, the other family members are there. My little brother's like, yo, I said, stop talking. And mind you, my sister's the second oldest. My little brother's the 5th youngest. And so the whole room is like, oh, he's the one who stopped the space, right? But the thing is, he stopped it because now, like I was saying, the people on the outside can see the situation for what it is, even if I'm tweaking relatively. And I'm not in that space. I'm not even tweaking yet. But the thing is, that's when, like, it was getting really overwhelming because she was just doing a lot. And again, I was that whole, like, from August, from like really COVID start to like that November, I was going through a lot. Yeah. Like, she basically was like, she tried to bait me at a certain point where she was basically like, oh, what's he gonna do to me if I keep talking over him? What, he's gonna hit me? And when she said that, bro, I was like, oh.
I was like, I'm about to be abusive.
Yeah.
No, he was not.
Yeah, bro. Bro, no, worse. I was like, Asima, and this is my thing. Because I was like, my tip was, you're mad because you feel disrespected or whatever the fuck. I'm mad because I'm trying to tell you I'm thinking about killing myself and you're not hearing me. Right. So I'm going to show you. And I grabbed a knife and tried to. It was literally like that. Like, grabbed my knife and I went, right. But the thing is, once I did that, my whole family like jumped on me, attacked me. And it turns a whole thing, like, kind of like shit. Right, like, yeah. I was dead, like, trying to, like, just because at that point, and this is another thing too, right. When it comes to mental health and things like self-harm, suicide, those are, and I'm, for the audience, I don't want to get too dark and shit, but like, it's just for communication, right? Well, no, my fault. Stuff like that is literally about communication. Because people like that feel like they cannot communicate the fact, whatever they are feeling or expressing in a ways. So when people say, like, it's a cry for help, yeah, it is. Mm-hmm. Because they've probably tried to ask for help in a bunch of different ways and words were not working. So, like, going through even my childhood and shit like that, talking about, right? I've been seeing things, I've been perceiving shit, but I could only express it really well through writing, where you have to read my whole thing, or art pieces. But I could not really express it in conversation because people aren't trying to hear a book when you talk to them. You feel me? Mm. They're just not trying to do that. So throughout that whole space, now I'm tweaking and stuff like that. I'm on the ground, trying to like do all that, right? My sisters are like panicking, and then she's basically like, the one who I'm arguing with is like, call the police and stuff like that. So the other one calls the police because she's just like, oh my god, I'm just trying to stop the violence. Police come up, right? And there was even points where I was still going to my arm, and like my mom was on me trying to hold me down. My sister's like I moved my arm and it like almost, it didn't hit my mom, but like it went past her face type shit. Like it was like, and she was like, oh, don't hit my mother. And I started cursing her out because I was like, girl, you're just capping.
Do you think, I'm gonna let you finish. Sorry, I don't
know.
but I think, like, do you think, like, are you that, I'm not gonna call you reactive, right? Mm-hmm. But do you think it's like heightened with your family? Because like I know personally, like I don't know if I've said this on the podcast. Mm-hmm. I know I always say I don't know if I said this on the podcast, but I know I have the least amount of patience with my own family. Like a lot of other people in my life, there are plenty of people that would call me hard-headed and impatient and things like that. But like a lot of people do, like collectively call me like a patient person, like a hard worker, like someone who like is on their own. But you ask my family the same things, and they're just probably like, oh no, he's a grumpy guy, he's impatient, he's reactive, he's this, that, and the third. And I've seen it even like, it's not to the extent, that you told your story, and I'm not trying to minimize it at all, but even like there was a time my sister asked me to like change my nephew's diaper, and I was like doing something. I think I was like getting ready for an interview or something. So I was like, no. And she was like, oh, you're going to say no when you have kids? And like my initial reaction was just like, I'm never going to have kids.
I'm going to throw your kid away.
No, it wasn't even like, I'm going to throw your kid away. It was literally like, I'm never going to have kids.
I'm never going to have kids.
And like she baits me now because she'll like say something to me and then be like, oh, but you're never having kids, right? And I'll be like, yep. You see. I think it's like a family. I'm not saying not a family. Like I'm not telling you how you feel.
It's kind of like relating to your experience a little bit. Like
definitely, like I've definitely seen that with my own family. Like, hear me out. My patience runs so low with my family. Like I love them to death, but holy man, they bring out an impatient ass man sometimes.
I will say like,
yes or no.
That's what I'm saying. It's like yes, but the way I would phrase it is more like I'm an extremely patient person because of my family. Okay. You feel me? That's better the way. Because even now, bro, my family is very much like dissipated at this point. Because we're all very smart. Like you're able to do what you can. You feel me? Like in my family, like I be the angsty one. I'm the angsty, rebellious young one who's just outside of the streets or whatever the fuck, relatively. You feel me? But
what?
Angsty was the word. You remember when I was like, I can't think of the word.
That was not. There's no way that was the word. There's just no way that's the word that you were thinking of. When I was listening to the podcast back, I thought you were thinking of the word antagonistic.
No,
he said no. But
whatever, asshole.
But yeah. So, anyways, now I'm on the ground shit, right? And then the police come in. And so now the police come in, there's like 3 of them, I think. But one of them comes to me, and the other one's talking to my sister who owns the house, right? And then the other's like watching. Now, a big part of the whole vague term shit and also my spirituality and just like even meditation is like learning to understand that you can use more of your senses, and a lot of your senses are always on. You're just not really focused on that sense. But you have the ability to like, pay attention to the wide things at once. So while the police officer's talking to me, at that moment, my brain is like, okay, switch. The police is here. You need to calm down. So I kind of like, all right. And like my parents were trying to calm me down. I'm like, yeah, you right. Look, I'm not doing nothing. Please here, because I understand the situation, right? They're talking to me, asking what's happening, and I'm like, bro, I just had an episode. We got an argument, and she said some things. It triggered me. But as I'm talking to them, I'm listening real close to what my sister's saying, and she was literally like, oh, this person, she was like, basically, we had a family gathering. I don't know what's wrong with him. He just started acting crazy, and he needs to be removed from this space because he's a threat to my family. And when she said that, bro, I promise you, I started tweaking again. I started yelling. I was like, yo, 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 but to the top of my lungs. Why? Because I know the whole room's going to look at the crazy nigga screaming again. And they're like, and then there's just like, and I'm like, yo, 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 everybody stop. I'm literally just telling people to stop talking at this point. I'm like, everybody stop talking. And then the cops are like, yo, stop talking. So at that point now, everyone stops talking. And I was just like, y'all, everybody watched me try to harm myself because I said I was going through some things and niggas have not been hearing me, and I tried to harm myself, and I just went through it, right? And now my sister just told the police that I'm a threat to y'all's safety as you are currently trying to stop me from hurting myself. You washed your cap to the police in 2020 about a black man. And for me, that's something I was like, that is my point. That I know that my sister is not really trying to do that. That's not really her end goal. Her end goal is not to put another black man, let alone her brother, in jail. But because you're so fucking delusional, and I'm not, it's not even like I'm like, oh, I'm angry. But it's more so like going to even your dad thing. There's a difference between saying things meanly and being delusional. There's just a blatant difference. When you are delusional, that is dangerous because you start hurting people around you that you don't even know you're hurting. And you're dead ass doing things. It's not like, oh, it's just a perspective. No, you're delusional, and then you start making actions based on your own delusions, based on past hurt and shit. And like, I keep referring, the vague term shit is what really, really, really helped me see like clarity as to perspective type shit. Yeah, clarity as a perspective and shit.
So what are like the vague terms?
Um,
Because we keep like circling around
Yeah.
the vague terms.
Yeah.
Like what are they? Like
Define.
define what vague
Okay.
terms are.
What is the project?
Is it a project?
vague terms essentially is more of like a language.
Okay.
Essentially, that's the best way to put it. Like the way I define it is basically like it's the language of the universe, but then it's in other ways it's more so like the language that is subconsciously understood by every human because this is how the universe communicates to humans. So that's a definition. I know that it's alone can be broad, but that itself is in vague terms, right? So you then it's basically broken into what we call the 4 elements: air, earth, fire, water type shit, right? So essentially the argument is like, okay, just follow me with this, right? Air is what we know as consciousness. Air is what people know as the relationship to God, collective consciousness in science. I also talk about like in physics it's called electromagnetism, right? Because essentially these are what give inanimate objects consciousness to do things, right? The opposite of air is earth, reality. Like this is a floor. Bring it to earth. We all get that, right? Every single human knows exactly what that is. And then on terms of air, like you can look at mad different things. Like even with Christians, the word you've seen like Yahweh and shit like that, right? For God, Yahweh that's a translation, but really it's YHWH, which is literally just it's literally just that. It's breath. If you look at like Hinduism, they talk about prana. Prana is literally what they call spirit energy or God, but it's just air. It's breath. And so that is what that relationship is, which is essentially the relationship with what I call reality. I am, that is, right? You then have what is called fire and water. Fire is essentially like one's perspective, one's drive, one's what they feel is right. It's why my mom said one day, she was like, I think she was like, it will make calm or something like that. Or it's like burning in my stomach.
Oh, you were speaking a different language. I was
Yeah.
so
Oh,
confused.
sorry.
I was just nodding like, yeah.
My fault.
Son, I was like, what the fuck is the guy's shit like?
Yeah, stroke.
No, it's not that like, oh my god.
He was following and then just suddenly wasn't.
Yeah, like, I didn't even peep. I was like, what the fuck
What are
is going on?
subtitles?
But yeah, the expression basically was like it's a fire in my stomach type or a fire in my chest. And I remember asking, I was like, how do Ghanaians, Africans, how do y'all have the same like lingo that Japanese people have, that European people have, but y'all have never experienced a fire in your stomach? You feel me? Or fire in your heart, but yet you all call it that because we all subconsciously understand what that is. Now, then, lastly, water is essentially like the unknown. Water is essentially not only the unknown, but it's more so like the mind. It's like it's the mind, the thought, the reflection. Water is the same thing as time and space, and I mean that literally, but also in vague terms. Water, time, and space are the same thing. Because even if you look at the solar system, right? Like let's say this is a circle, and let's say like this is the beginning of the clock, and the Earth is here, right? You can literally show me what a month looks like in this space. It would just be that first 30 degrees. Yeah, the first 30 degrees. That is what January is. But thus you understand that the time is literally just space. You feel me? So water is essentially what is used to put out fire because it's also like the mind. It's like we know that we have these fires and shit, but you cannot just go on your fire because you're going to burn yourself or the people around you. So you use your water to really think, to put it out. Okay, but it can also translate to anxiety because that's what anxiety is. Thinking too much about the future, depression, thinking too much about the past. But regardless, you're thinking about time because that's what thought is. So water and fire are known as the relationship of ego. And with those two in hand, they go as basically the symbol for vague terms type shit. If I had my book, I would show you, but like
We'll throw up a picture.
Yeah, I got you. We'll throw up pictures type shit, but like that symbol, essentially, like all that in the middle of it is truth. In the middle of all of that is truth type shit. And so understanding those 4 things, like it what it does is like allows people to like kind of see the situation very, very clearly. So like, and this is just a quick example, like I always like something like gender identity, right? The conversation of gender.
Be very careful.
No, bro. I know, but that's like this is how it works. You can use this shit to like, let's say like people, because again, gender identity is a topic that people argue about all the time. Y'all just saying anything, right? But if you look at it and break it down with the elements, you look at it and you're like, okay, air is what, or either what's earth in this conversation of gender identity.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I
He
don't
said
know how to answer this
Earth.
question.
Okay. What is if you're looking at the conversation of like when the whole sphere of gender identity? I'll give it to you. The Earth will be male, female.
Okay.
Oh,
You feel me?
Okay.
You feel me?
Safe answer.
Right. Right. That's the Earth is male, female, whereas the air is masculine, feminine. Because that's just a pattern. Masculine is energy, feminine is energy, and they are real. Like we, as humans, we understand that.
We understand the concept.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily a tangible thing like Earth. You then have what is fire, which is basically your passion, what you want to do. Your fire is just literally what you're attracted to.
Okay.
You feel me? But the water is a made-up construct because that's what water is. Water is used to rationalize the Earth. So when we see crazy things on Earth happening, because it's just a bunch of fires and shit, we use water to rationalize it by saying, oh, that is homosexual. Oh, that is bisexual. Okay, that is, I don't know. You just but not saying like, oh, genders are made up, but they are in the sense.
Well, those
of,
aren't genders.
No,
Those are.
Yeah, no, all gender identities.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
The identities are made up because these are also like things that as humans we just kind of use them to create to understand the world. Like even Native Americans had other shit. They would be like double spirited and shit, but that's just what they use to rationalize it. You feel me? In which at the end of the day, gender is fluid for that reason because these are all just identities that you are choosing to assign. But at the end of the day, if people can look at the world like that, then you can understand, oh, yes, there might be a masculine woman who likes to have sex with guys and girls, but I don't know, they identify as straight. Why? Because they're all in their own category, and that's just who that person is. It allows you to just see a person for what they are rather than having an argument about whatever the fuck. You feel me? So, yeah. And then from there, if you that's your op, that's just your op. Like I don't know, if you just don't like what they're doing, if you just don't like what they're doing, then sure. But
you're just hating.
Yeah, you just hating. Like and that's okay. Like just say that. Like
yeah, that's. I mean that is a pretty heavy concept to even like think about wrapping yourself around what is like the truth and how much of like the world is wrapped around the truth. I guess for lack of better words, but it's just. Everything we look at when you deconstruct it, it's just so complex, and we sit there and label things so goddamn easily that it's just like this shit is way more than just what we give it.
Yeah,
you know what
it's
I mean?
high key that. That's literally why like that's why I was saying like oftentimes people like the lens that people see things through. A lot of times it's like they want to stay comfortable in it. And they like it. That's why they get so upset because. When you're not breaking it down like this, you just see what you see as reality, and so you feel almost offended when shit threatens your reality, whether it's true or not, and because that's when they start to defend. That's why I be like, bro, that whole, I'm telling you, like I came to that shit, that realization of all that shit, like in 2020, like up to like literally like between November December, like so that's when I made it stamped. But before that, I was doing a bunch of research, reading a bunch of other books, and just making realizations. But I had this thought process my whole life. And because of it, that's why I was so frustrated. Because I would see shit and be like, y'all, that don't make sense. But I can't really explain why it don't make sense. I'm just like, yo, da, da, da. And if I would try to make sense of it to people, it would sound offensive. Because I would say some shit that kind of sounds like I'm breaking your reality or discrediting your reality type shit. And it's like.
It's just like such a fine line to cross, I think. Like so much of like the conversations we have day to day. It's just like such a fine line to cross. Like I think I was talking to one of my coworkers today, and I was telling them like someone was like, "Oh, you're a nice mean guy," and I was like, "I don't know what the fuck that means." Like what the fuck do you mean? They're just like, "Oh, you're a nice mean guy. Like you have good intentions, but the way you say things sometimes isn't the nicest," which is true. Like I know, like you know,
I kind of went through that like in high school too.
Yeah,
like, bro, you're not an asshole. But you are.
Yeah, bro. I got that all the time too. Like all the time to this day.
It's just hard to balance everything because you think about things that you say and you're like, I mean, to me it doesn't sound that bad, but I can see how people would take offense to it.
Going back to like family. It literally started with the family.
Yeah.
Like, like, when you see something, you're just like gonna call them out on it. Like that's just not true. Or like. No, it's not going this way. So then you just start doing with everybody.
Yeah, real. It really does have to do like like realizing that like, and that's the other thing about it. Like, yes, it's a language, but it's also a philosophy type shit. Because what it does is like shows you like, yo, there's a lot of situations where it's like you said, yo, I'm doing this just because this is what I know. But to other people from a completely different world, like your fire to them looks completely different. It
Right.
looks like you're doing some crazy shit, and it's like, bro, you should be able to take this, like, take these kind of like heat, but take this kind of heat. I understand, but like, it really just is about like, and that's what like that's why I was saying like vibe. Like, for me, vibing is very important. Vibing.
Can you say hear me out?
Yo, hear me out. Vibing is something that's extremely important, and it's like damn near.
Start again.
You gotta start
Okay,
again.
hear me out. Vibing is one of the most important things a nigga can know how to do. Or yeah, I said that. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Vibing is one of those things.
Hear me out.
After that, I approve this message.
Hear me out. Vibing is one of the most important things a person can know how to do.
Listen, keep your low vibrational plates away from me. I'm a king. I only eat high vibrational plates, dog.
Oh my god.
So, but like, what I mean by that is like, and this is also why vague terms is called vague terms. Like, a lot of it, once you understand the elemental things, you can kind of just say things and you get it. So like, vibing, what does that mean, bro? It's literally like, yo, do you until like you get something that is like pushing you, like, or negative, like it disturbs you. You're like, oh, but once that comes up, you have three ways to handle it. Like, you either confront it, you make an agreement with it, or you leave.
Right.
Those are the only three things.
But like, don't you ever think you could be, instead of just always being reactive, you can be proactive?
Of course, no.
Because I feel like that's a very like not that I'm going against it, but a little bit. It sounds very reactive.
Okay.
It sounds very like, oh, I'm gonna do my thing until something does stop me, and then I'm gonna react to whatever's coming.
Okay. So in vague terms, right? There's a mantra that I have. It's know yourself to trust your instincts to navigate this world while accepting ignorance. It goes in that order. Know yourself as air. This is where fire is at. To trust your instincts to navigate this world while accepting ignorance. Right. What it means is exactly what it's saying. You mean like what it means is exactly what it's saying.
I can't
but
break
it's
it down anymore.
Yeah.
What's the definition?
Yeah,
of definition?
like it's exactly what it's saying, but it's like it's levels to it. So like, for example, some people, and this is also when it gets to like astrology and stuff, some people naturally are more proactive, some people are more naturally reactive, some people are just naturally, they do whatever they do. You feel me? So I'm not gonna say that that's wrong. You feel me? I agree with that. I myself am also fairly a proactive person too, but I am also not reactive, but more so like, I'm more of a doer. That's the thing. So, which is why it can work for me in that sense. But like, if your instinct is to be proactive, because you know why you're being proactive deep down. So as long as you're doing that, you're good. You're still vibing because it's what you want to do. But the thing is, don't be proactive not because you're doing it because you want to, but because someone told you or made you scared or is forcing you to be proactive. That's just someone projecting and giving you anxiety. It's a different statement. You feel me? So like, with those three things, it's like when you start vibing like that, bro, you really start to see that like, even if other people are doing something to you, yo, sometimes it's not even your beef. It really, as long as it's not affecting your space, you don't gotta worry about that. Like, you just don't.
I don't know why you keep saying vibes, and it reminds me. Have you guys seen that video on Twitter?
What?
Which one?
With the two like ladies, and she's like, you guys didn't see that video? Fuck, it's so much funny if you guys saw the video. But
Damn.
she's like sitting next to somebody, and like they're not at a cookout, but they're somewhere where it's like a buffet, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, look at my plate and look at your plate. Which one do you think is royalty?
What?
You guys haven't seen that video?
That was a twist ending.
Which one do you think is royalty? That's funny as hell.
It's a video because she's like, oh, like that's low vibrational food. Like,
that's where it comes. I've seen the low vibration. Yeah.
But they were like shitting on that lady because it was like her friend. Like, her friend was right there, and she was just like, look at these two plates. Which one do you think is royalty? And it was like the one with less food. It's like, this is the one with royalty. They look at my plate and they know I'm a queen. And I was just sitting there like, damn, when I go to the buffet, I be filling my shit up.
Yeah.
Hear me out. Buffets are better than fine dining. That's it.
If you're telling me I can eat all I want for like $15 instead of a little tiny booger of steak for like $100, yo,
bro, even the fine dining buffets are a scam, bro. Yo,
me personally, I don't know if it's because I grew up poor.
Mm-hmm.
I can't hang at fine dining, bro.
If
I see the waiter in a suit, I know the food's gonna be hot ass, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, like even that's when, like, what's that place? Like, my brother took my mom to somewhere Fogo de Chao once.
I don't know.
It's like some Brazilian Portuguese restaurant in like New York. bro, that check was like racks.
Damn.
Because it was like a birthday thing. I'm like, bro, why? And the food, and the food was mid. Like,
So
Nah,
mid,
if
so
the buffet
mid.
if the buffet is over $13, I am not eating there. I need my
Bro,
buffets to
is
be
that-
$13.
If I don't see a
and
rat
bro.
running across
Okay.
the floor,
hey, yo.
the food's not gonna hit.
Hey.
Nah, bro, it really be like the Chinese restaurants that really got a rundown sign, the inside look crazy. That the food be hitting, bro.
You got a point there. I don't
Yo,
know.
honestly, there's this African place that I used to go to, but it was like off the highway. It was like in the trenches, like really in the cut. But like, yo, when I tell you that was the spot, there was this stuff wache. It's like a plate of rice with like black rice, egg, beans, pasta, shrimp, goat meat, and like all that. That's the best rice I'll ever have in my life. Oh.
The fans did not hear that shit.
That is that is the best rice. I like. It's my favorite like type of rice.
Listen,
Yeah,
if
they put everything in there.
if I go into, hear me out. If I go into your restaurant and I don't see an old lady chefing it up, I am not eating there, bro.
Oh,
They gotta have rolls all over their arms. Like, the
I
food be
need that,
hitting.
bro. I
hear me out.
need that.
This is for the Africans, I guess. Wache is better than jollof.
That's a hot
yeah,
take.
yeah. I
Yeah.
know. Yeah. They yeah. It is. Wache is better
Yeah.
than jollof. It is.
I agree.
What?
Watch it.
Well, never mind, bro. Don't. I'll say that on my own page.
Saying here like, that's right, viewers.
I've had jollof. That's rice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had jollof.
Have you had wache?
No,
Wait,
I-
whoa,
nah,
whoa,
hey,
whoa,
wait,
whoa, whoa, whoa.
You made me try jollof, and that shit was
Jollof?
fire. Come
Yeah.
on.
Tell that motherfucker.
Wait, how do you pronounce it? Did I pronounce it wrong?
Do I go- that's like
Yeah.
a motherfucker coming in here calling me Juwan, bro. Come on.
That's what you said.
It's jollof.
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 He said
Jollof.
better. I'm not gonna cap.
How
Jollof.
does
Yo,
he say it
Juwan,
better?
get it together.
Oh, come
like,
on, bro.
come on,
Shitting
Juwan.
on me when you can't even pronounce it, bro. Imagine the world.
Jollof.
He just threw an accent on
Yeah.
that.
I'm not. I'm pronouncing it the right way. Yo.
No, that's okay. It's okay.
You're like going to friends. You're going to friends and be like, "Do you speaky?"
Yeah,
I'm not
dog.
gonna talk anymore. This podcast is over.
Nah, but you made me try it. And I was like, "Damn, this shit hitting." So
Yeah.
another one.
Wache.
Wache.
Yeah, wache.
What does that consist of?
I'm gonna say it again. It's like black rice.
Wait, I thought that was jollof.
No. What? You
Jollof.
wanna have
You
what?
You went off the
What?
rails. You made it Spanish.
No, jollof is like black rice, beans, egg, a boiled egg, or two, depending on the field with you. Gari, which is like some ground up cassava stuff. They'll put like goat meat or chicken. Put pasta in there.
That's a lot.
Stew. Yeah.
That's a typical Ghanaian dish.
Yeah.
Was that Ghana?
Yeah, Ghanaian. Yeah, Ghanaian, not Guyanese.
No.
Or-
I
oh.
was thinking Ghana. Did you watch the World Cup in 2010?
Yeah.
I'm here going.
Yeah. Oh.
For those of you that don't know,
Oh, this guy.
Wait, that was Ghana, right?
Ghana beat America.
What with the yo? If this not, I'm gonna look.
No,
so
no.
racist.
2010 was a big year for Ghana, but I think Ghana
when
got to like
Suarez did the handball, and the penalty,
and they won, right?
and Uruguay won.
Yeah, that was.
Okay,
I'm
yo,
pretty sure
I
that
was
was,
about to feel
bro. I'm
really-
pretty sure that was, bro. I'm pretty sure that was. 'Cause I remember everyone was livid, like, 'cause
Everybody in the comments, all black people look the same. All black people look the same.
Hold on,
do they
hold on,
Juan?
Hold on. No,
No
y'all
law?
can keep going, bro. Let me.
Yo, no, he said, "Let me fact check." Like,
Let me just make sure. I'm
You
not
gotta make
a
sure, bro, because if
racist.
they clip it, you gotta have the receipt. Nah, but you made me try it. That's fire.
Okay,
No.
yeah, it was 2010. Okay.
yeah, it
Ooh,
was.
Nah, bro, but like, yo, like cultural dishes be hitting, but like chaufa.
Chavos, bro.
Yo, from the Peruvians. Yo,
Yeah.
I know Ecuadorians got the chaufa, and there be beef between the Peruvians and
I like the Peruvian
Ecuadorians.
one.
Yeah, because there's crazy beef. There's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, because like
Who's
they don't like
beefing?
each other because like they be like, you stole my culture. No, you stole my culture. I personally
Ecuadorian
don't
and
care.
Peruvians?
Bro,
yeah, I'm
maybe-
like, the food fire.
aren't they
Can we all
bordering each
enjoy
other?
it for real?
Are they bordering each other? Are they bordering each other? Peru and Ecuador?
If you ask me to point at a map,
This is why we need a
yeah.
producer.
Okay,
before-
can you fact check
Oh
what
my
the
God.
map
Yo,
of
my
American
geography
map.
skills
Yeah.
are terrible. You know that one thing online where they like, put you in a random place and they're like, guess where you
Oh,
are. And be like,
GeoGuessr.
Yeah, that. Yo, I'm so ass. There's no way.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure they border each other. No.
No,
No.
Mm-mm.
no.
So how did y'all?
Oh yes, they do.
Okay,
Ecuador and
but I was
Peru,
about to
yeah.
say,
I don't know, but like the cultures got
I
mixed. They
personally
added
think-
syllables. They
I
took away
personally
syllables.
think the culture was already there. Then people came and divided it. You feel
Bro,
me?
it's like I always tell
Like-
people, like, yo, people be coming at me for
What?
being a white man. I'm like, bro, like, my people were colonized too. Shit.
That's what I'm. Yeah, I'm trying
Like,
to. Bro.
stop that, bro.
He's
Shit.
like, yeah. I'm like, yo, like,
We acquired less melanin.
Bro, my name is fucking.
shut the fuck.
My name is fucking Juan, bro. Like, you think my fucking Spanish ancestors were.
What's your last name?
I don't want to dox myself.
Alright.
Hispanic as fuck, by the way.
It's Hispanic. My name is Hispanic.
yeah,
as hell.
yeah.
I literally have a typical Hispanic man name.
Mhm. Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, I
We're
have no.
agreeing. We're literally here agreeing.
No, he's saying.
No,
You guys are
I
being
know your
sarcastic.
last name. I was asking for the camera, like.
Okay, it's Lopez for those of you that are fucking unaware.
put
It's gonna,
Hi, Lopez.
I'm gonna get doxxed.
Oh,
No,
my
I don't know.
God.
Cultural food is fucking good. It's like I always tell people like, oh, you should try Uruguayan food, and they're like, what the fuck is that? And I'm like, yo, Uruguayan
Yo,
food. Is,
hottest take, bro.
hear me out. Hear me
Ecuadorian.
out.
Yo,
Oh wow.
yo, hear me out. Ecuadorian food is high key ass, bro.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it was good.
No, I kind of knew where it was going. I was like, yo, don't y'all like yo, my boy, like.
No. Like all the Ecuadorians are on my ass right now, but all that yahualocro, Watita, all that shit
So,
ass, bro.
Who got the best food in South America?
Colombian food?
Mid. Uruguayan food is number
There's
one.
no way. Yo, go
Wrong
serve
answer.
me a plate right now, bro. Cause Colombian food be hitting. I be at Colombian restaurants dogging that shit up, bro.
I don't know.
Bro, you know what's crazy? So I live in Northward, but like, you feel me? Like, I feel like in that area, there's mad Hispanic restaurants
yeah,
that like
man.
I've been trying out recently, and it's like there's busting. I just never been because like you know,
You have to.
yeah, they're good. They're
I'll
actually
never try
good.
Uruguayan food.
Oh no, you should try. You guys should try Uruguayan food. I should take you guys on.
Yeah,
that.
take me to a Uruguayan.
There's plenty in
restaurant.
like Elizabeth, New Jersey. Like,
Mhm.
so when Uruguayans immigrate to America, the 5 places that they are in the most of, right? It's like Miami, Florida. That's number 1,
Mhm.
and then number 2 is I think Elizabeth, New Jersey, and then there's like a place in Connecticut, random as shit,
Okay,
and then
bro, you know it's not random as shit.
it's usually because of like airport access. to
It's
be
right.
honest.
Apparently, Connecticut is in the tri-state area.
Oh, fucking shit.
Right.
Hear me out. The tri-state area should not be that big.
Oh, hear me out. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Hear me out. In the blunt that is the tri-state area for the weed smokers, right?
This is so prolonged.
No, I got you. The gas is New Jersey, and the New York is the grabba, and then like the paper is Connecticut. You feel me? Like if you really, dang, you guys don't even.
We don't participate in the.
Yeah.
devil's
Dang,
lettuce,
dang, shut up. I'm telling you, those who get it will get it. They will get it.
Everybody out there like, oh my god.
He's like,
Listen, this one is not getting clipped. I'm gonna let you know right now. The retention is very low. Very low. But
Oh
no,
my
I
God.
definitely think I don't know. Like Hispanic food is good.
Nah, bro.
I think Hispanic food is cool.
It's cool.
That's cool.
It's cool. Nah, man. That shit hit.
I feel like, yo, you know what food is not hitting?
What?
Hear me out. Mexican food.
Mexican food is so good. You're bugging.
Yeah, Mexican food.
Wait,
Mexican
you think
food.
it's bad?
Yeah, it's not bad.
I
It's
don't want to say it's bad. I
gassed.
feel like
It's
gassed.
dumb gassed.
You guys just haven't eaten a good Mexican spot.
No,
Yeah,
no, bro.
The story goes the same.
That's what I'm
time.
saying.
You know what this
Yeah.
reminds me of?
You
It's
don't
like
know my spot. You don't know
Yeah.
my
it's
spot.
like when you're showing your friends like a girl that you like, and you're like, no, not this one. She doesn't look good in this one. no, this one. She looks good in this one. That's what I
Bro,
just feel like.
I
Right
feel
now,
like the only way I'm gonna have great Mexican food is if I go like the
to
border
Mexico,
type shit.
to Juarez.
Yeah,
In
like
Texas, they probably
No.
got busting.
Yeah.
food.
In the homeland, that shit fire, bro. The
Of
tacos
course.
be hitting,
You've been to
bro.
Mexico?
Yeah, I have an uncle that lives in Mexico.
oh really?
When did you go to Mexico?
I've gone like 2 or 3 times.
Keep talking to the goddamn
I'm
mic.
in the mic.
No, bro, I'm looking at it.
Oh,
I'm looking
sorry.
at
Hold
it.
on. It's 'cause I'm slouching. I'm sorry, yo. I'm slouching.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been and like
He
yo,
said-
I was yo the. I don't know if you have you ever seen like the taco carts? Have you ever like
Yeah.
do they have that like
In Uruguay? Is that what you're gonna ask?
yeah, that's all I was gonna ask.
they?
I don't know. You haven't
Fucking
been.
I don't fucking know. I haven't
But
been back.
they got the.
Yeah.
My bad. They got the taco
Never
truck,
returned.
kind of like the ice cream trucks that they have here. You know, with the ladies, they always there. You know, they be like, They be cutting the patty. They be cutting up the meat. Bow. They got the pineapple. Shing. Doom. Yo.
Pineapple in the taco?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. I was like, pineapple in the taco.
No, but it's not in the taco.
Yes, it is.
They hold it at the top to hold the fucking meat.
No,
What are you talking about? No. He's
saying
saying, and
they
then
cut
like
a pineapple and put it in the taco.
yeah, it was like a tiny piece. It was a tiny
Bro, that's
piece.
that. That's that. Cause like you said, you have an uncle in Ecuador, right? That's that
Mhm.
Mexican Ecuadorian food, bro.
What?
That's like
What?
a mix, bro.
No, wait, you.
Nah,
Like,
bro, it was
wasn't
a street
this-
vendor.
Yeah.
You think he influencing the market?
You know how they be like Mexican Americans? Nah, these are Mexican Ecuadorians, bro.
Nah, bro.
I hear what you're saying, but
Yeah.
his uncle's not the one who served
yeah,
the
he not the
food.
taco.
Nah, I feel like
Right.
I feel like I'm missing pieces in this story right now.
Nah, but yo, from that, yo, I was going like that was my meal. I was like, yo, let me get some 4 tacos, bro. 4 more. Give me
They
4
were good.
more.
The,
Yo,
the thing is, tacos are so goddamn good. And hear me out. Sure, this is gonna be a hot take. Hear me out. Let me sit not weird for this one. Retention just dropped. Hear me out. Taco Bell is top tier fast food.
there's
what?
absolutely no way
Taco
you said
Bell.
that Taco Bell is a
What?
good restaurant, yo.
Yo, nah.
There's no
bro,
way.
Nah,
There's
bro,
actually
there
no way.
is.
Taco
Nah,
Bell gotta be
like-
the worst tacos ever.
No,
It's
no, no.
Taco
I'm
Bell-
not saying they got good tacos.
No,
You
he-
literally
he-
just said
no,
top tier.
No, he tweaked regardless, but he said it's the top tier fast food.
Oh, it's even worse.
Yeah.
Bro, they give you maybe an ounce of lettuce and then a big ass tortilla and like
I just feel like I shouldn't
like
be
a
eating Taco
yeah.
Bell.
And I
there's
fuck
no-
it up every time.
There's no
Bro.
way. You know when you fucking up the bathroom because there's no
Bro.
way.
Bro, that's a myth, bro. I don't know. Do you guys actually like? Okay, this is.
I don't eat Taco Bell.
No, but like-
after
like-
being in Mexico, bro, with the hot sauce, yeah, bro.
I've never had that experience where like, cause people say like,
Oh,
when
with
you-
spicy food and shit?
Yeah. Okay. So my cuisine, right, in Uruguay, we don't really eat spicy food. So much so that when my cousin came from Uruguay, we bought Domino's pizza, right? And this motherfucker was like, "Damn, this crust kind of spicy."
Got him.
Hey, yo. Like,
You're ruining your argument right now. Like, you ain't white.
Son, that's what I said. I was like, "Damn, I didn't realize we were that type of white people." Yo. I was like, "Fuck."
Bro, nah, my culture, we eat spicy food like I can
OD.
OD, like everything is spicy, bro. Beverages be spicy.
Nah,
I-
fuck
No,
that.
like
Yeah.
no, like in Mexico, it's the same way. Like they put chili in everything, like watermelon, candy, like sugar with chili. Like damn, like my nephew was dogging that shit, bro. And every time he'd come out of the bathroom, it'd be ripe in there, bro.
I don't understand that concept though of like eating spicy food makes you have a spicy shit. Like, how does that work? Could someone like explain the science behind that?
Like,
or-
I
Your
mean,
stomach
it's-
burning.
Yeah, like okay,
It's
like I
melting
feel
you
like
from the inside. That's
I'll-
why you can't have too much spicy food. Well, I don't know.
there's some
That gotta be
acidic
built.
shit. You feel me? I'm speaking very
Yeah.
generally, vaguely, if you will.
oh,
but like,
vaguely. I like that.
yeah, you feel me? Like there's some type of like it's a lot of spicy acidic shit. So when it goes in your stomach, it be because there's a lot of shit
Yeah.
going on in
But
there.
Like,
people
that's
be
what-
like, my asshole's burning. But like, is
Bro,
that like actually like it's
you know,
burning
like
all the time?
sometimes you eat corn and the corn's still finished. You feel me?
How does
I mean,
that
the corn-
work too, bro? Why doesn't corn digest right?
Bro,
bro?
I don't. You get some kind of nutrients from it, I think, but but like you feel me? You don't really digest most of corn. Most of what corn is made of, you don't need. But that's what I'm saying. The spiciness can still be.
Well, from
In
what I know from a science perspective,
Oh
right,
shit, my fault.
is that like the cells
Bro,
in your
come
mouth
on.
are the same as the ones in your asshole. So if it burns going in your mouth, it's gonna burn on the way out too.
type shit? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm saying. The spicy thing that's still in the food is still there. Your body doesn't need the spicy nutrient.
Right.
Mm.
It doesn't like decompose the spice.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's just flowing.
We just like that. We just like.
We actually prepared for this because we knew Ghanaians ate a lot of spicy food. We brought the one chip challenge.
oh. I would have done it.
We should
We got
do
the
that
hot
for a
wings
podcast.
challenge, right?
I definitely, bro. You,
think
saw
could
the
complete
video.
the hot wings challenge?
I feel like I could do the one chip more than the hot wing. How much is the hot wings challenge? Like how many wings and stuff?
I don't know how many
Oh, yeah, I don't
sauces
know
it
how
is.
many,
I think it's
yeah.
like 10.
Oh, you have to try 10 different sauces or something?
Cause it's like the Scoville levels. What does a Scoville? Is that the right word? The Scoville?
forgot.
Scoville
The
levels?
jalapenos, man.
They go up to like level like 10 or some shit. So I think it's 10 sauces.
Is that the level of spice and stuff?
Yeah.
More
And
than-
then I don't know. I don't even like mild wings.
What?
Like I'll eat them, but like hear me out. Mild wings are kind of spicy.
yes.
Wait, no. That is literally just a factual statement. Not even. Okay.
No.
He said, "Hear me out. The sky is blue."
Yes. Like, yo.
Stop.
No
This is
way.
not fair. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Mild wings are way too goddamn spicy.
Yeah, bro, it's gotta be your taste buds. Bro.
Yeah,
'Cause I need a
okay,
little
okay.
spicy, but like mild wings, that's nothing. It's just regular wings. I didn't
Bro.
until you just
And-
said
and,
it. I didn't
bro,
know
and
mild wings
imagine-
had spice.
Matter of fact, another thing about African food too is like in our culture we eat with our hands. You feel me? So like it be like a lot of our food is like a ball of some form with some type of like dough.
Yeah.
And then in the soup. But bro, it'd be like imagine the soup itself is already like
Hot as shit.
spicy as fuck. Like if you're talking about wings, it's definitely on max level.
Okay.
It's definitely max level, right? But it's a fresh bowl, and they're like eat, and they just scooped it from the pot in there. Bro, when I tell you, like eating be looking like yo, damn, did you work out? Like you're sweating, you're just like bullets
Nah, bro,
flying.
I've
You just
had
gotta,
that experience,
bro. I would watch my dad, and his like he would have like his muscle up here, and when he chew, it would just.
You're like, Dad, you think you're really hard. He's like, nah, son.
Yeah, bro, the sweat be crazy, and
my
like
dad be high key capping because like I learned to eat spicy food from him because I was like, well, you just called me a bitch, so like now I gotta prove that I'm not. That's when I started eating spicy food. But he'll be like sweating, heavy breathing, like this ain't nothing for real.
yeah, it got to the point. It got to the point though, like where like, again, especially with friends and shit, I didn't recognize it. But I was like, damn, like maybe I do. Like I'd be like, yo, I just be like, it's a little nice, but everyone else is dying. I'm like, oh wow.
I just don't understand how people enjoy spicy food. Like, I will never. Hear me out. I do not know how the fuck people enjoy spicy food.
I don't know, something about the sensation of just like
right, you
little
gotta feel
burning
it.
fireworks, like ooh. Be
I've just
hitting.
never understood how that shit feels good.
I don't
It's
know
just-
how to describe it, man.
Yeah, like I don't know
That
what to tell
shit-
you. I like
It's just like
pain.
I would.
Excuse me. Bro, just a masochist, bro.
Had to make sure everybody was listening.
Bro, just is a masochist.
Y'all paying
Bro,
attention.
I
it
mean,
seems.
like, look, we don't kink shame, taste shame, however that worked, Kevin.
Nah, I kink shame. This is not a safe space, bro.
I
Leave
gotta
that shit
head
at
out.
home, bro.
But what was I gonna say? Spicy food tastes good. Oh yeah, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's at the point where if something's not spicy, yo, you better have a great flavor. Like, cause I'm gonna be like,
Where's the flavor coming from then? If it's not
Motherfuckers
spicy?
can't even
I'm
enjoy water no
saying-
more, bro. Like, he's like, nah, I gotta put some spice in that bitch.
bro, nah, like,
I gotta have vitamin water. That's the spice.
nah,
That's like drinking Dasani water.
Nah.
Y'all be drinking Dasani water.
I
I'll
don't
give
be
you
There's
that.
drinking
no
either,
way
for
you
real.
just compare
Y'all-
spicy food to Dasani water. The most
That
mid
salt
water.
in Dasani water is a little spicy for me.
Alright, I don't know. Where
Guys, I'm gonna go. Thank you for that. Thank you guys for the show.
Thank you guys.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
dog.
What other Ghanaian dishes is fire?
Fire, bro.
We're talking about goat a lot. I don't think you ever let me try it.
Goat,
Yeah.
bro. Goat is great, and honestly, I had goat in.
Y'all
that-
be taking like pieces off me while I'm asleep or something?
Okay. All right.
Yo.
Thank you again, guys. Listen to more podcast.
10 episodes. Already.
Right, like
Somehow we pushing.
nah, like goat is actually phenomenal. Like honestly, bro, it was weird. I had this friend who she's American, right? But she was just going through this phase like last year maybe where she would like post on her Facebook like she was like, yeah, like fucking up some African food. And it was like it was
But it
mad.
was like a white woman?
No, but like at the same time, like she's from North Carolina or some shit. You feel me? Like you're not really out here eating.
How
African
you
food.
know there's not Africans in North Carolina?
No, but I know that there's an African restaurant where she was in the area she was at.
Oh, okay.
But she just was like, "Oh, I'm hooked," and and right, and it wasn't like I was just like, "That's such a." I was just kind of like, how is that gonna go for you? And she just enjoyed it. Like, she was talking about the goat, especially like because they'll have the pieces off of it, and like they'll have the fat and the skin there too. Because it's very much, it's not like it's not like how like you go to a poultry place and just get it chopped up.
Yeah.
So like you can identify what you're eating, and it's like, bro, like
Do
it's
you guys be eating the fat, like the grease? We do it, but like you're like when we eat a churrasco, like that's just like a churrasco. What is that?
Isn't
You don't
that-
know what that is either?
Isn't that like hard though?
Yeah.
No, it's just like meat.
Yeah,
But like
yeah,
we
yeah.
leave the grease on it. Like
Yeah,
the fat, and like we eat the fat.
nah.
But not like separately. Like we leave it attached to the meat, and then like when you eat it, you just it's like chewy.
I'd be cutting that shit out, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I used to cut it out when I was a kid, but then I grew up.
Yeah.
Like, I
Nah,
don't-
bro.
Yeah, bro. No, like I've seen it, like eating like all of that, or like the bone, sucking out the bone, or bro, they be like chewing the bone and shit too, like breaking it and stuff like that. Cause
Oh,
of the
yeah.
marrow. Yeah, like
No, but like Hispanic people do that shit too. We used
Yeah.
to go to fucking barbecue around here. And motherfuckers used to be biting the fuck out that bone. Like,
yeah, I just be like, yo, is that
Getting
deep?
their money's
Like,
worth, bro.
is that deep? Oh
like
my
I know we
God.
poor kids and shit, but like
What,
I ain't that
it this
poor
bad
no
right
more,
now?
bro.
what else is busting?
Well,
Hmm?
my people eat like.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, they do
Yeah.
eat.
Your people. Nah, like kui. I
I've
couldn't
had
bring
that.
myself to do it. I couldn't bring myself.
I've had it.
Cause I went to the restaurant and I see the rotisserie chicken. I'm like, damn, that shit about to be busting. But then you see little like hamsters or gerbils spinning. And I'm like, yo, I feel so bad.
I've never had it,
Bro.
I've never had it.
Nah, bro, that literally pushed me away, and I was like, I'm literally never having a
Bro,
kui.
nah, like I would go. I remember being a kid and being the first time like my parents would take me to like the poultry places, bro. You think that's bad? Imagine seeing the animal alive.
Oh yes, I used to go. Yo, that used to like. I actually like. If you ask my parents, they always get mad about it because they were like, "Bro, you were such a terrible kid." Because like when I was when I was little,
Bro, he used to
Like,
kill the animal himself.
no, my trigger was smelling like chickens alive, and I would literally be like, "Gallinas, gallinas, gallinas," and basically be like, "Chicken, chicken, chicken," and then I'll throw up because they took me to like a. Where they killed them.
Yeah,
They were like, I
which-
want this one, and this
Yeah.
one. And then like they came back later with like a bag.
Yeah.
And I was like, it smelled crazy in here,
Yeah,
man.
bro.
And then once that realization clicked, I just kept throwing up. So any time something smelled bad or like I was like, oh, it smelled kind of crazy.
Nah,
Be
my
like,
parents were not. Yo, bro. That just reminded me. Oh my God, there's one thing that guy needs to be doing. It's actually good, but like, it's actually.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just when you laugh, pull the mic away from your mouth.
Okay. Yeah, I think I've been doing the opposite the whole time.
Yeah.
Loud ass ha-has.
These audios are gonna be crazy, bro. These audios are gonna be crazy.
But yeah, no. One thing that my mom would make sometimes, like especially in the past, and it would always kind of blow me a little bit, was like, it's like intestines,
Oh, we eat that too.
Yeah.
but like in the soup and stuff like that.
Yep.
Oh no, well we don't eat it in soup. We
Well,
just
no,
eat it
not
like
soup,
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
no,
tripas, right? Tripas.
Yeah, tripas. I couldn't do it. I was like,
it would
damn,
blow
bro.
me, because I'm like the whole house smell like goat ass.
Wild. Yeah. It smelled
I just
wild.
don't like the texture. The texture is like
yeah.
Bro,
really weird.
It looks crazy. It smells crazy.
And
you're gonna tell me
taste
that
is
you.
the taste is cool.
I've never tried it because I was like, there's no way. Like I'm a very much like a visual and like smell. Like
What's
if
that
it
word?
smells bad,
Oral.
Oh yeah.
yeah, aroma eater.
Big word. Big word.
Shut up.
Smell. Smell.
No. Shut
Oh my god.
I don't know. It's just not for
Nah.
me. Like you never like tried it though. Like you never like
I've
ate
never
it.
like it looks
Dude.
so unappetizing.
Its
There's no
texture is
way.
like weird.
Yeah,
right? It
that's
tastes
what I'm
like
saying.
it doesn't taste, but it
It
the
doesn't taste-
texture is like chalky.
Really?
Maybe
Is
I'm
yours
eating
dry?
I knew I
Yeah.
wasn't missing out.
Okay,
on
us we don't eat it dried. It's like it's in a soup, so it's like wet and stuff.
That
But
makes
like,
sense.
but and that's the thing with African food. A lot of it be the soup is what flavors the stuff, so it is valid in that sense. But it's like it's just like although the soup is there, you're still like, why is this not like the texture of goat, like goat
Yeah.
be meat ripping off and stuff. Oh,
We just eat a lot of stuff straight off the grill. Like we eat a lot of asado, which is just like barbecue.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So like we just eat straight shit off the grill. Like
Mhm.
like they'll make meat, you
oh
eat
y'all
it.
like y'all
Wow.
that's like
Barbecue.
y'all form of cooking a lot.
Yeah.
Grilling.
Just throw it on. Boom.
Like the
Take
way
it
that
out,
they
go.
do it. Well, we don't do it here, obviously, but like in Uruguay, you would like dig a hole, put the coals on the bottom, put the wood on top, and then you start a fire and you cook over the wood.
You know what was a crazy experience?
Well,
I
the
don't know-
metal.
I don't
You
know
know,
if it's
cook
only
over
like Ecuadorians, but like it was back then. They would literally get a pig and just stick the whole pig over a fire.
Bro,
Alive?
that should be.
Not, I don't
pissing
know
me off.
alive. I wasn't there when it
Oh.
was alive. If it was
Oh.
alive, but like it'd just be a whole pig there. Like just, all right, who want the skin?
Dude.
All right, who want the pernil? Who want the-
Bro, my fucking old neighbors used to fucking get a pig and they used to tie it to their like there was like a there was, you
Old
used
neighbors
to see-
in the U.S.
yeah like they were Ecuadorian. They would like
okay.
get the big pig, like a huge pig, already dead, but like full.
It's a
Like it was
pig
a
roast.
full
Yeah.
pig. Like literally, they just killed it. They brought it over. They would tie it to the staircase that was in their backyard. So it was just hanging there for everybody. You didn't get to see my old house, but like we all shared the backyard basically, and
Mhm.
like everyone's windows looked into the same backyard basically.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone could see this fucking pig. And then they got a flamethrower.
Literally, yeah, it's a flamethrower. You just
They got a flamethrower, and they fucking start peeling the skin off, and then into the next one.
That's just, yo, it be
wild.
the
Yo,
way
being like 5 years old, like damn.
the way that like people, especially like not from the States, do things. It be kind of tough because it just reminds me, I'm like, yo, like we could really do. It be kind of sorry.
Opotheboat started telling the story and literally did this. Yeah, it's really crazy how people.
I was looking at this piece. I was like, this is kind of cool. But yeah, it's crazy because like the way they handle certain things be like just so like
Cultural.
shut up. No, straight to the point. Like, bro, I remember one time there was like a beehive like forming in front of my crib, right? Like,
I don't know where
like
this is
it,
going.
yo,
The bees got eaten.
yo, there was there was like a hornet's nest like developing in front of my house, and I've never been stung before, not trying to keep a clean record. So at a certain point, I'm like, I would watch it develop, and it was kind of gross. It was like a queen bee, and then it was just making.
Was it a hornet's nest or a bee nest?
It looked like a hornet's nest. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know the difference.
I don't know.
It didn't. Like.
Oh wait, no, the hornets nests are like kind of like circular, right?
I don't know. It was brown and smooth.
I think it might be hornets. I don't
Yeah, because I feel
like I can't explain it, but like visually, like I might be able to.
I don't know if I'm being
insectologist over here.
Yeah.
Julian's probably watching this.
like I don't know if like because I think the bee ones actually look like the curve or the round and the.
Hear me out. Bees are misunderstood. That's it.
That's a fact. But yeah. So anyways, my parents wanted me to go through the door and shit, and at certain points I was just like, nah, I'm not doing that no more. Why? Because look, and like they have like the storm door. So basically, I was telling them like, yo, there's a beehive and it's been developing there. That's why I don't want to go. I don't know why the parents do that, but they be like, no, there's not. Like I'm capping. So they're
right. They gotta verify for themselves, but like it's a lie. Yo, that shit pisses me off,
so
bro.
I'm like, no, I've been watching this happen for days, and now it's at the point where I'm just not about to put myself through that danger because it's right in front of my house. So after being like just really being like nah, they were like, okay, what are you talking about? So my dad and mom come to the storm door, right, and they look up and they see through the glass. Well, they look up, but then I'm pointing at it and they're like, well, we don't see anything, even though it's there. So then they step outside and they're like both looking up at it, right, and they're like, oh what, bro. When I tell you I shut the door, ran to my room and locked the door.
There's some people that only listen. So you gotta explain what
okay.
happened.
What happened was they looked at it, questioned it, realized there was a hornet's nest, and smacked it with their bare hands down. So I then book up straight to my room, running, locked the door for like 10 minutes and my window was after where the front door was. They come back to my door, and then they're like, yo, go handle the stuff that we were telling you to handle. I'm like, bro, what happened? And they're like, yo, I'm like, what happened to the bees? And they're like, oh, we smacked them down. And I'm like, but what about the ones that were like afterwards? And they're like, yeah, we smacked them down. I'm like,
we'll call them to handle it.
Yeah. I was like, okay, I will do that. Yes.
You understood like why your parents are your parents.
No,
Right. I was like, my fault.
parents be wilding, but like I'll never forget when my mom be flexing that she no longer got feeling in her fingers, so like she could grab like burnt stuff.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like just grab it with your hands. Like, I'm sorry, you can't feel anything,
yeah, bro.
But, like,
My mom on the grill, like she'll have like a paper to like light the grill and shit, and then like she's like, oh shit, the fire's too big because it's like going down into the roof, and she'll just.
you know?
Huh?
Yeah, like
You can't do this.
you just
This
choke it out.
acquired
I'm
skill.
like, I guess if you do get it from the source, it'll stop.
I don't know. That shit is crazy. It just reminds me of like my dad. Like my dad is mad mysterious. That motherfucker does not talk about his childhood. And one time we were at like the mechanic's also Uruguayan, and him and my dad are just chopping it up, and I'm just standing there, and him and the mechanic are like, oh yeah, because when we were kids, we used to like make clothes out of the newspaper, right? Because Uruguay's a very poor country. We were very poor growing up there. He was like, yeah, we used to make clothes out of the newspapers. We used to like hunt the frogs and shit like that. And my dad's like, yeah, I tell my son this all the time. And I'm over there standing like, this motherfucker has never told me this shit. Like, where the fuck
I've
this
never
come
heard
from?
this story ever.
Literally, I don't
Yo.
say anything right there, but
I feel like
Yeah.
been doing that a lot. They be like, yeah, like it's like how I tell my son, and he'll say something that I've never heard in my entire life, and I'll be like,
Bro.
yep, he do be saying
The
that.
other day that happened, like basically my mom invited me to a party to go to, and she was like, it's all white, but I know it's last minute, so if you just have like a white shirt, you should be good. I'm like, word.
Oh,
Bro.
that's what you meant.
Yo. Kevin.
I understood that way
You're
different.
canceled.
Kevin. Funny as hell, but no. Funny as hell.
I didn't go to formal events. Sorry, y'all.
I'm not allowed to laugh at this.
But yeah, nah. So she like, I'm like, okay, bet. And I pull up with like basically like a white sweater and some green pants and stuff like that. and it's like everyone else is like dripped down, like
Yeah.
on some very regal African attire, or if it's not African, it's like American attire, but very, very all white. Da, da, da. And I'm like, mind you, I had some sneakers, and I had like an Appa hat. I was just dressing like how I dress, whatever. So I guess in this aesthetic, and then my mom is like talking to her friend or whatever, and she's basically like, she was like, you know, this is my son. He's a very respectable person. Da, 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 although he's dressed up like a criminal right now. And I'm like, yo, why would you set me up? Like, I was like, you invited me to this space, right? I was like, you invited me to this space with my clothing, and then set me up.
No, I used to do that because my
To your
parents
mom?
went to. Huh?
Oh,
Yeah, my mom's a criminal. I used to dox my mom daily. No. But like when they would invite me to play, like well, not invite me, but like they'd force me to go to like they'd force me to go to like their performances and stuff because like my
Hear
mom
me out.
sings.
sorry,
What?
super sad. Actually, matter of fact, yeah, real quick, hear me out. Lavalier mics are great.
I have them.
A word?
I have a bunch, but I just don't use them. They're not good. They're not as good as you might think.
Oh, they're fighting.
Yeah, hey, labs be tough. Labs do be tough.
I have a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
If
But
you want, I'll give them to you.
no, yeah,
Take
that's
'em
what
all.
it depends on what the lab.
I'll show you them. I'll show
Okay,
you
yeah,
them for you.
yeah.
Well, go ahead. Tell your story. I'll show you them.
Anyway, back to the topic at hand. No, because like you know this, right? Like my mom's like a
Singer,
singer.
yeah,
So
yeah.
she'll be performing, but like
Yeah, just like
earlier, huh? Yeah, just
like
like
me.
Juan, just like Juan. But when I was younger, they didn't trust me to. They didn't trust me to be at home by myself for good reason. The one time I did get like a privilege, not really, because like my uncle still lived upstairs, but they would just leave me. Like to this day, I still blame my cousin because like he was pissing me off. But I forgot to put water in the fucking cup noodles.
Mm-hmm.
I just put it in the microwave. That shit exploded, bro. Yeah, you can't put non-water cup noodles in the microwave. It will pop. I promise you.
Oh, question: does pasta pop if you microwave it?
I don't know what was in it.
Right.
I was in my room when I just heard boom, and like yeah, my uncle had to come down and like pour water and like whatever. I lost stay at
on an
home.
electrical fire.
Huh? It wasn't my decision.
Yeah, that's so dangerous.
Yo, you have any?
Hey,
siblings?
it turned off.
Do you have any siblings?
Yeah.
Do you ever have like any like situations where like y'all hurt each other or like y'all did something to get each other? Like, oh, what are y'all doing? Not like on some menacing shit, but like, you know, kids being kids type of thing.
Not really. Like the most I'd say is like no. I have an older sister, but we never really like physically fought.
No, not even.
I have a
bro.
brother, but we never really.
Like I'm talking like one time me and my siblings, cause yeah, it was like the four of us. My older brother was just older. He was like 30 at the time, or 25 at the time. So, but like me and my siblings, we were like playing pirate ship because we were left home alone, and we were like, oh, we're playing pirate ship with bunk beds. So basically, one of my sisters was like, we had gotten these crackers that our parents gave us, and we were just
bro, you're not supposed to call him that.
Shut up. Get bye, Juan. Bye. So we got these it was like these club crackers and stuff like that we were eating. And basically as the pirates we were like, oh, we want your crackers too. And she was like, no. And so we were like, okay, we're gonna make you walk the plank, right? So we're on this bunk bed, and basically what we were doing was like we were gonna drop her off the top of the bunk bed onto these bags, like these check bags of like clothing. Okay. And so we stationed it and stuff like that. So she would be good, but like then we're like, you know, playing around. We get the top and she's like, we tie her up like on some playful thing. She's like, no. So then my other sister was basically like, okay, she's gonna walk the plank. So we were like dangling her, right? Like we were like, okay, you're gonna walk the plank. The thing is, when she fell, like, and we let go to like fall in the bags, she fell head first, but in between the bags. Oh. And yo, when I tell you, we were like we all were so scared because we were like, oh my god, we just killed her. Like we just killed her. Like yo, it was literally like the whole thing was a panic mode. We were like, oh my gosh, she was just like asleep, I guess. But we were just like, it was such a like.
I had something similar happen. It was just me jumping on the bed with my cousin. She never came back to visit us, unfortunately, after the event. At least her parents didn't bring her back. I didn't kill her. But basically, like, dog, because, like, in my family, at least, I don't know if it's all Hispanic people. I've definitely heard this from a few people, but it was like don't hit women, don't hit girls, whatever.
What?
Yeah, like, no. Like,
bro, hold on.
Bro, I'm a
Before you
victim.
continue.
Hold on. Let me finish.
Before you continue,
bro.
brother, that is not just an
The
Hispanic
Twitter mob.
culture.
The Twitter.
Just don't hit women.
No, but it was like oh, like no le pegues a las niñitas, no le pegues, and they were assholes at the time. You know, they're better now.
Okay.
But like,
Oh,
I had
women
this
like
one-
upgrade, like women glowed up and shit.
yeah.
Okay.
Like what?
What?
We fucking with women now?
What?
I can't
Okay,
believe
so
blindly
I was.
agreed to
I
this,
think the question that you thought he asked was like, oh, were they just being like assholes and they would be like, don't hit women, but they would like fucking with you on purpose type thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's literally like, bro, like, and this one, my cousin that like visited, like, she kept slapping me with a big ass lollipop, just bang in the head, and I'd be like, damn,
She's
that
like,
shit
damn, that
hurt.
hurt.
But like, and we'd still be like, jumping up, and I was like, don't hit me, and then like, I could just hear her mom like, don't put your hands on her, and that's when my dad came in. He was like, bro, she do that shit again. Smacked the shit out of her, and I took that personally.
What?
So what happened is like we were jumping on the bed.
Preface
and
this. How old are you?
yesterday.
18.
Right.
No, I don't know. I was like 5.
Why did you ask? He tried to
No,
say
make sure that it sounds like he's big, fucking-
right.
I did this yesterday.
Purpose.
Yeah.
21.
Nah, bro, she had it coming.
She wasn't supposed to piss me off.
Right.
No, but what happened is like she slapped me, and she slapped me like really hard that time because the lollipop stuck in my hair. She was like,
Okay.
bang, and I was like, I got mad, and I was like, I don't remember if I said anything, but all I know is I just pushed her. I didn't know my strength at the time. I pushed her. She would fly off the bed, hit the wall, and then hit the ground. Hit the wall, and then hit the ground, and she was knocked out.
Bro, why she felt like a superhero?
Nah, I said, boom. She was tiny, so like, yeah, she went.
Bro.
She got hit, and like basically her parents came in like, what happened? And I was like, I don't know.
You're
Yeah,
right.
and then they immediately left, and my dad was like, that's right.
What?
I
Bro,
thought you said
like-
they didn't promote this in Hispanic culture, bro.
Nah, bro.
Yeah.
I've never had that interact. Like my older sister, all she would make us do is like play teacher. Like she would pretend to teach us
Whack.
stuff. Or like the one time that she never hit, like my sister, we never put hands on each other. But I remember one time it was her birthday, and my mom hit me because I was misbehaving, right? But she hit me because like we were like all downstairs, and I was bothering my sister with her friends. It was her birthday or whatever. And you guys remember that song where it's like, I am such a whore, but I like to do it. You guys ever hear that
I
song?
can't say I'm familiar.
It's a
I
chance.
am not a whore. I
You be tapped
am
in?
not. a whore. Okay, whatever. They were playing that song, and then my sister switched it, and I was like, she is such a whore. And then my mom.
Wait, was you saying that whole time?
Huh?
Were you like saying that the whole
No,
time?
I was singing like the regular song, but then my sister changed it. So like in retaliation, I was like,
Oh, okay.
she is such a whore. And then my mom heard me, and like my parents like would hit me, yes, but like the worst thing they would do is like oh my god, I'm old enough now. CPS can't take me anymore. They used to like grab me and like put me in the shower and like turn on the cold water
Bro.
and be like, you need to calm the fuck down.
This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Like, it be the parents who are not from the U.S. They be finding very clever ways to like,
not hit you.
yeah, and then do it anyways afterwards. Like,
You're on fire right now. Let's
right,
cool you
right.
down.
You're doing great. Like you doing, bro. Yeah, no. I remember like one time, like I mentioned my older brother's like if my my older brother is okay. My oldest brother, my only older brother, right? He's about 9 years older than the second oldest, which is my sister. And I remember like one time they was arguing because my brother basically, mind you, he was currently at this time like he was always angry and shit. But like in retrospect, I'm like, bro, he was a smart kid. He got like at the time they have like the not NJ Ask, but whatever kind of like math test that they got for high school. And he was like top. He literally was like got the highest in the state, but he didn't go to school because he had to take care of these 4 kids. So one day he's like,
These 4 kids being you.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he brings home like some milk and cereal and shit like that, but then like the milk was expired or something like that. So like there was only enough for like basically he got something for like he had some and then he shared it with me and he shared it with somebody else too. He had brought some enough for the rest of us, but he realized like the one he grabbed was expired. It like OD. So then like basically the second youngest was kind of like tweaking on him like, oh, you didn't get nothing from me, how could you? And she was like, they were basically like going at it. And like mind you, my brother was like 22 maybe around that age, and my sister was like 12.
Okay.
Like 12, 13. But like she's going OD. So like at some point like they're arguing, and my older brother, and also my older brother's like 6'3", 6'2". But so like he was just like at a certain point he was like, bro, you're doing a lot and I'm not about to be arguing with a child like this. Right. So he's like walking away and stuff, right? And I'm like, we're like now kind of following the situation because we're just like, oh my god, y'all are wilding. And my sister's really wants to smoke. Like she really was.
Is your oldest sister?
The oldest.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's literally second in age type thing.
Yeah.
So she really wanted to smoke, and then at some point, like they're going, like, like stairs go up, but there's a platform, then they go up like that. Yeah. So they're going up there, and I see them going up these stairs. I'm like, yo, like, why are you going so hard? And then she's like he turns around, he's like, yes, but he's like, yo, leave me alone, da da da. And then she goes and like hits him. Okay. Bro, when I tell you it was a clean whoom, and I was like, oh, like the whole house was like, ah, and it just was like one swing. I was like, ah, and it was just like, damn, like we yeah, we were just like, oh my god, like first and second command are both beefing. Are both beefing. Third command. Right. Third, yeah. I was just like, oh my gosh, like y'all wilding, like y'all getting so spicy for what?
I don't know. That sibling beef be real sometimes.
Nah,
like,
bro, it'd be the cousin beef, bro.
Dude, like, cousin beef. Yo, I love my cousin doesn't watch this most likely. Yo, me and my cousin used to be. So his for some time, like his parents lived in Maryland, right? Mm-hmm. So what? What are you laughing at?
I just thought of
okay. but like there was a certain point in our lives where like I lived with my cousins. Like we all lived under the same house. Mm-hmm. Okay, we all lived in the same house. Like me, my sister, my parents, and my two cousins, right? Mm-hmm. We all lived under the same roof because my cousin's parents lived in Maryland for some time for reasons that I will not explain. Mm-hmm. But they lived in Maryland. So there was times where like my cousin would go visit my aunt in Maryland, right? Mm-hmm. And he had a Wii. So this motherfucker would tell me like, Juan, you can't play the Wii when I'm not here. So like it'd be the whole weekend and I wouldn't play the Wii because I'm like, I'm not about to disrespect my older cousin, right? He's a little bit older than me. Fast forward a couple times, one day I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to play it anyway. So this motherfucker finds out. Now every single time he went to Maryland, he would take his fucking Wii. And that motherfucker wouldn't even play in Maryland. He would just take it to take it.
It seems like every time you try to be a little rebellious, you get in trouble. Like, immediately.
This is why I don't break the rules, bro. This is why I don't break the rules. It's just so funny because, like, sometimes, like definitely because, like, you know, growing up not in the country that your family resides in, like, that's the only family you have. It was basically a brother. Like, that's basically my brother, you know what I mean? Like, like my cousin, shout out my cousin if he watches this. Probably not, but if he watches, that's not my brother. That's literally, like blood, for real. But, yeah, there were some situations where I'm like, yeah, I didn't have that, like, sibling thing. But, yeah, me and my cousin used to go at it sometimes, yo. Like,
I definitely will say, like, me and my siblings beefed crazy, like especially, bro, you remember like during high school time, my family dynamic was wild, like because it was like 6, 7 heads if you're including when my dad was there or if my brother was, you know, but like bro, you literally have like, for example, my older brother is like the typical like, okay, he's not from here, immigrant student, did what he had to do, American come up story. Then you have like my other sister who's kind of like on some basically like Black excellence. Then you have the other one who's more so on some like, she's a part of what she's like involved with white America. You feel me? Like that's just the world she lived. You feel me? Like, and that itself was beef. Then you have me. I smoke weed. I do art. And then you have my little brother who he's basically on his like, I keep to myself. I play my video games. I stay in my room, and I'm hella smart. Like he has like internship with Google and shit. And it's like but we are all of the same like
cloth.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like it would get real heated, OD. Like there was points where I told my sister, like both my sisters are older than me. The one younger than the oldest one, I told her, I was like, bro, I see you as my little sister. And she was like, and she just didn't take that because she just was really offended. But it was at the same time like, yo, at that time, we moved now, but at the time she was on her like MAGA shit. Like, yeah. And
she was on her Kanye West White Lives Matter shit.
And at the time she didn't go to school here because she went to a private school. She went to like it was, what is it, White Foundation, bro. Stuff like that is not good for the community. Like stuff where it's like basically like, and it's ironically called White Foundation, but it's like stuff where like they're like,
a friend that was in that program. Mm-hmm. He went to school in like Scotland or some shit.
Yeah,
like, he went to college in Scotland.
Bro, it's those programs that they're like, oh, we taking poor kids who are smart out of the community and gonna give you a better education somewhere else. Bro, you're taking them out of that space so that they are not in that space. Yeah. But like you can just provide smart resources or
to the community.
Yeah,
Like you
to
can
the
provide those
community.
resources to community without extracting people. From the
Yeah,
community.
because that's the same thing that you're doing with like at foreign countries where you're like, oh, it's a lottery system to get in the country. You're just
Yeah.
trying to move the valuable people,
Yeah.
and it's like it's kind of problematic. But yeah, we beefed OD. Then me and my other sister beefed OD. Like my dad was on his law shit. So and then that's kind of why also I think about like even the way I think, bro. Like there was no reason. Like my dad will be talking about like, and I'm talking about when I'm like 10, 8. He'd be like, yeah, so you need to know that Osama bin Laden is really a CIA agent. He was on document owned by hired by the CIA in 1998, and that Russia and the U.S. were fighting a proxy war in Afghanistan. Why do I know that information at 10? You feel me? And I recognize how I'm like, damn, you
I
really
don't know that shit at 22, bro.
yeah, and I'm like, bro, I recognize how I'm like, you were just making a bunch of kids who are smart, but like in the household, bro, we was beefing. It wasn't until like we got older and literally I would see as people dipped out, you know, because college and shit or wherever, it got to a point where I stopped missing people because it was just like, yo, I recognize like, you know, I don't hate you, but it's more peaceful when we're separate.
Wait, is the one we saw the manga one? The one we saw?
Yeah.
That's the manga one?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But she cool though. Yo, I'm telling you, I like I'm telling you like
saved her.
okay.
I can see it.
Go, yo. A matter of fact, you know what's sorry. That just
I thought he was about to be like, you know what? You can't
Bro.
save her.
no, you know what? So that was the one who I was probably the least cool with at a time,
Yeah.
right? But what really got us together more was during COVID. Like this was during COVID and afterwards, right? She's gay, so she was trying to figure out how to come out to my mom and like how to even approach that situation, right? And at that time, I started recognizing like the elemental stuff I'm talking about, right? So one thing about like my household, like, just African culture, is like, bro, if you are trying to do, especially as a male, and you're trying to do anything that's not like STEM focused or you're a professor, it's seen as gay or feminine. Like me trying to do any type of art is why are you gay type shit, right? So it's literally
What?
that,
What
bro.
do you
I
just remember that one line. You remember like, why are you?
no,
gay?
yeah, it's that's all I was referencing. It's
Oh,
literally
yeah.
that, bro.
Oh.
Why are you gay? Who said I'm gay? But you are gay. that was my life from like 14 to like probably 2021, because at that point that's when I started being on my mental state. But basically, like, it was crazy because I started understanding the world that way, right? I was starting to see how like, oh, that's just like what I want to do. That's just my passion, right? So when she was talking to me, she was like, coming out to me. I was like, look, girl, like, because mind you, also like I think the week prior we were beefing crazy. She came over to me, she was talking to me and stuff like that, and I was like, look, like, to be real, like, I hear you and I understand that. Like, I explained the whole elemental stuff, and she was like, yeah, that's your fire, this is my fire, and I'm gonna just support, like, because I understand that although we're talking about two different types of fire, you feel me? I get that in a space where you feel like your fire is suppressed. You feel me? That's just gonna make it burn more, and it's gonna make it feel like you have to fight for it. You feel me? And I was just telling her, I was like, yo, you know, because of the spiritual journey that I'm on, I don't know that you're necessarily following 100%, but it's like, I can tell you that, bro, I respect you, and you can know that this is not a place I'm not going to respect that flame of yours. You feel me? Even if I know that you be saying a bunch of other nonsense, I disagree with you on all that. But because of the way that, like, I perceive things, I'm able to just tell you what I do agree with and what I don't. You can do whatever you want with that, and you know that you got support from here because I'm your family, you feel me?
Yeah.
It was from that point that helped us really solidify our relationship. And now it's like, we understand we might have different political views and shit, but it's like, it's a beauty in being able to love somebody who you don't fully agree with. Yeah. Like, for real.
I don't know. I don't be loving people I don't like. Yeah, like, disagree with on certain things, but like there are certain like civil, like not even like civil, just like life rights that I think if you disagree with, like, genuinely don't want to be a part of your life.
Bro. Understand? Me and my siblings do not see each other that often.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah, bro, and that's the other thing too. Like, I talk about this with relationships. I'd be like, with relationships, there's 3 things that I've realized, especially in this year, that are really important. Like, that kind of that fundamentally make a relationship. It's utility, emotional satisfaction, and trust. You feel me? All that over time is important. So, like, in terms of even like family and stuff like that with that relationship, I'm like, okay, at the end of the day, like, it's more so a trust that you're my family member, so thus trust that I got you. But because of that, emotionally, you do not satisfy me. Because we argue a lot. And I'm not saying that that's how it is now, but like back then, it was like emotionally we don't satisfy each other. So because of that, the emotional satisfaction is so low, and then utility, it's like, well, bro, we're both helping ourselves, so we don't really have a lot of utility. So because of that, we distance we had to distance because what else was there besides trust that you're my sister?
Yeah.
And even that's only so much. But as we get older, we start getting more resources for ourselves, becoming more people as people. And our relationship is built only on the fact that we have trust because we are family. You feel me?
Yeah, and like there's definitely things that I would tell like my friends way before I tell my family. Like so many things I tell. I don't know if I don't know if I told the story in the podcast, but I never really tell like even like my family personal things. Like they don't really know too much about me outside of like what I've done for school, and like even then they don't know what my grades look like. They don't know what my GPA was. They don't know they know I graduated and I did well, but they don't know anything outside of that. And I remember the one the one time that solidified why I wouldn't tell my sister super personal things is because and I love my sister Stella. If you're watching this, I love you so much. Mwah. But I remember for some reason my brother-in-law told me he was like, oh, what are you doing tonight? And I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to a party, like a hotel party. He was like, oh, if you need a ride, I'll scoop you up to come home. Which is very out of character for him. He's never offered to do this out of fucking nowhere. He was like, oh, what are you doing tonight? And I was like, oh, I'm going to a party. He's like, oh, when you you need a ride home? And I was like, yeah. He's like, okay, I'm gonna pick you up when just call me when you're ready. Okay. I was like, okay. This is so fucking random. So whatever, I go to the party, I call him to pick me up. And he doesn't say anything to anybody except for my sister, obviously, because my sister's like, why are you leaving at 1 a.m? He's like, well, I'm gonna go pick up your brother. And my sister told my mom that I was at a hotel party. And after then, my mom never said anything about it, right? My mom never said anything. And my sister never said anything about it. But my brother-in-law told me, he's like, listen, your sister told on you. And I was like,
what? That's a crazy way to. I was like, that's a crazy way to find out that. He's like, look, I'm gonna just be real with you,
But it wasn't even on some it wasn't even on some bad shit. I didn't do anything bad either. But it was just hilarious because my brother-in-law was like, yeah, I forgot how it came up in a conversation. We were talking about something. He's like, that's why you told your mom that Carlos was doing this and that. And I was like, damn, I can't trust it.
Nah, bro.
Kevin, tell that story that you were laughing about. I've been so curious.
Oh,
sorry.
Really? No, it was just kind of how to even describe that? Just when you because when I had my cousins, my older cousins come, they were obsessed with WWE, so they would just wrestle each other. And if I was there, damn, they beat the shit out of me for. They'd put me in the walls of Jericho and stretch the fuck out of my back, bro. Well, stretch the fuck out of my back. Sorry for going away from the mic. And just put me in an arm lock, put me in a headlock or whatever. And eventually, I was trying my hardest to fight back, but I was small, I was weak. But as I got older, I still kept using 1,000% of my strength to try to fight back. And one time I got one of my cousins in a mean headlock, and he was like, oh,
I think the camera just died.
Oh,
it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, we're gonna keep going, but I got him in a mean headlock, and then wow, I'm losing my train of thought.
Got him in a mean headlock, and then
oh, he basically let me get in there because he was like, oh, I'm gonna get out easy because that's what usually happens. But I was not letting go. I was like, ugh! And there was this one picture. I don't know if you've seen it, bro, where Jeremiah was choking Delvin. I don't know if you've seen it. It was like that. I'm sorry, I can't post the pictures because people requested it not be shown anymore. But that shit was so funny. And I just visualized that and then visualized that image, and that shit was so funny. That's why I was laughing. Just talking about cousin beef. Is it dying? We might just have to
It's just too hot.
Yeah.
We might have to start wrapping it up. But
okay.
Listen. What were you just talking about beforehand?
I don't even remember anymore.
Yeah, we was talking about before that.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Relationship.
Oh, relationship with your parents and shit like that with your siblings.
I have a good relationship with my parents.
And you really didn't have siblings up until you do have siblings, but that lived with you.
I didn't really meet I didn't meet my first sibling until I was 10, 11, and then after that they were already our age. Yeah. So they were like, what do I do with them? Yeah.
Give them a beer.
I have personally, I would say especially now, I have a great relationship with my mother. But it's like a bro, for example, the reason why my mom knows that I smoke is because during COVID, I was smoking in my room because I was like, damn, I'm not in college no more, but I'm too stressed for this. So I was doing it. I was I live in a small apartment, bro. So I was really getting risky, trying to box my room and make sure every hour so she wasn't sleeping. But lockdown was just going longer and longer. I was like, damn, it's kind of hard. So at a certain point, the longer I was doing it, at first it was yo, I'm trying to do this to smoke, to sneak and stuff. But then it was bro, I really was getting to a point where I was just trying to see how good could I do this.
Right.
And I was getting away with it and she wasn't catching, even though she has a good nose and stuff like that. But then at a certain point I was like, yo, like, because I was depressed, I was like thinking about the relationships that are important to me, and I was like, I really do want to have an important relationship with my mother. And it was like, you know, that's a big part of trust. So one day I basically came to her and I was like, Mom, like, I just want you to know I smoke weed. And she was like, oh, Kwaku, how long have you been doing this for? And I was like right after college. No, senior year of college, it was the first time I did it. And she was like, what? And when was the last time you did it? And I was like, last night. She's like, where? And in the room. She's like, Kwaku, how long? And I'm like, yeah, but I'm telling you this because, you know, she's like, Kwaku, are you going to stop? I'm like, no, I just want you to have like an open relationship with you. Like, and at first she was like, what? But then afterwards, she's like, well, I see you're still doing good things. It's just, why? But you are an honest kid, so.
You're an honest kid.
Yeah. And I was like, you damn right, Mom. Like, you damn right. Like, you damn right. Yeah. Hear me. Well,
oh, sorry.
I was going to hear me out. I think people should really be honest with their parents because it's going to make the relationship better. I know there's going to be some fighting at first, but especially if they're decent human beings, they're going to grow to just understand that's who you are.
I feel like the older you get, the more different that relationship becomes because it changes because they are still a parent, but it's more like it's like not even co-parenting, but just coexisting as opposed to parent-child. You know what I mean?
At this point, she damn near like my roommate. Like, like literally.
It was good, gang.
It was good, gang. Like, yeah, bro. Especially like now that we're older and stuff like that. So it's like. Even like alcohol and stuff, like you can drink with your parents. So like if they, well, depending who they are, you feel me? Like, well, y'all
I've drank in front of my parents now, but
that's
like
what I'm saying now, like I didn't.
My mom had a heart attack. My dad was like, yeah, but like,
what?
Drinking?
No. The way you said that was okay. Wait, your mom had a heart attack, and then your.
Yeah, so like when I started drinking, like
his father was happy and his mother was sad.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, I thought you were saying like your mom had a heart attack and your dad was like, yeah. I was like, what?
No.
Oh, okay, my fault. I misunderstood that completely. Yeah, dog.
Yeah, well, that was kind of.
That was the story. Listen, before the camera dies, we're gonna wrap it up here. Thank you guys for tuning in to another podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. Opoku, where can they find you?
Thank you. So this has been fun. I'm again Opotheboat. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, all that at Opotheboat. Maybe an underscore, but you should be able to find me with that. Also, I didn't talk about them too much, but my production team, Opos Cannon.
Shout out Opos Cannon.
Shout out to Opos Cannon.
They put it in work.
We're putting in mad work. I think we're dropping like our first reel today.
Nice.
It's like a little, just a little content.
We'll repost.
Fuck with y'all.
We'll repost it.
Fuck with y'all. Yeah, dog. That's where you can find me at. You know, I do music, I do art, I do videos, I do a lot of things. So.
Weddings.
I actually don't do weddings. That's a big boy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, but yeah, guys.
You've done it before.
I've done a baptism.
Oh, baptism.
Yeah, I know. But I'm gonna try to finesse that. You feel me? Like I did. Yeah. Whatever.
Listen, for all your photography needs, all your production needs, hit up our boy Opos Cannon. You heard his story. Let us know what you guys thought about the episode. Let us know, who you guys want to see on here. I hope you guys were able to learn something new about someone new, and I hope this new person is someone that will become familiar to you in the future
and bringing new things to you.
Yes.
Yep. Show love to the reels. Show love to the shorts. YouTube. Subscribe. Get us to 1,000 subs so we can actually start monetizing.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Get us in there. Get the views up. Get the interactions up. Comment. Stop DMing me,
bro.
Stop
no
DMing
cap.
him.
Yo, on God.
Just comment on the actual post.
Literally, yo, bro. Yo, tell me next time someone DM me, bro.
Right.
I got you.
Handle it.
Yeah, I got you. Bro. We
personally.
Yo, come on.
we're sending Kevin and the poker to your house. Listen, shout out everybody for watching. This is the end of HMO the podcast. Peace the fuck out.
Take care.
Bye.
Just vibe.